Oh man, look at me, able to actually stream again, and not 2 weeks and a half, 3 full months later. Yeah, good job, me. Great opening. Anyway, we'll go back to the video game where I have to do combat. Yeah. It's a third playthrough, I don't need to tell you what we're doing. But it needs to be done all the same. Because I want to get to new content. But we can't get to new content unless we, play the game.
Is up ahead. Visibility is awful there, so everyone needs to be extra cautious.
You seem to know a lot about it. It is just a forest, isn't it?
Have you been there too? Oh, never mind. Listen, just like I told the Archbishop, this is not a war of vengeance. It's a riddle, so to speak. Those guys are undoubtedly planning something terrible. We need some kind of clue as to what. The attack on the Holy Mausoleum, Flayn's kidnapping, that foul business in Remire, the demonic beasts at the chapel. It can't go on. We need to figure out their objective and stop them from achieving it. That's our mission.
I knew it was fuck the cult
so
dot
we have
route.
Our mission now. We had better not fail.
At least
It
in
is a
some
difficult
capacity.
task, but we will succeed. It is time to repay the kindness of the professor who saved my life.
An enemy whose objective you don't understand is a frightening prospect.
We're gonna destroy him. It's our mission!
I will have my revenge, whatever it takes.
Oh,
On that,
Leone,
I will
you
never
shut
budge.
the fuck up.
Leone, you will have what you seek.
I'll admit, vengeance sounds pretty nice, but don't forget that we're here for information. Luckily, we can easily find what we're looking for while getting revenge for Gerald. Right, Teach?
Gotta get revenge for Errol. Come on, let's just get... Come on, loading screen. Come on. I know you can do better than this. Let's just get it started. Come on. I believe in you. There you go. That's a good boy. How the fuck do I play this game? Who's gonna go? We're missing people. Someone's... Wait, now I was gonna say, wait, isn't Felix? Yeah. Okay. Do we have... We have 10. I thought we had 11 students. Leo... we're forgetting. I never want to not include the healers. Because there are healers. So unfortunately, Marianne and Lysithia, kinda important. So I think they'll have to stick around. Flyers are the most, I don't know, dumpable because they're so easy to farm. Ah, screw it. We'll just leave Leone behind. Everyone's level 23. We're fine with some very noticeable exceptions. Did we get to see her thing yet? Nope. Hanneman's a failure. Good to know. Oh, I also fixed up inventories and mainly just said, oh, hey, your javelin's about to break. Here's a new one because I had an excess. I do believe there is a chest on this map. Do we have a chest key? That we do. Okie dokie.
How kind of them to welcome us with some demonic beasts. They're not playing around.
Now, imagine how difficult it is to get your hands on things like this. I don't think they just, have a farm of homegrown demonic beasts.
My name is Kranya. This weakling girl was just a borrowed look for me. This is what I really look like. Now, you vermin, I'll take down every last one of you.
Can I just say, just because I've never actually commented on it, the cult seems real dumb at this point of the game. We've been playing the game for a while. I feel I'm justified in saying that, and clearly I haven't even finished the goddamn route that really shows what they do. The cult's really dumb up to this point. Generic evil cult has always been a bit more of a dumb trope. There's a plane right outside my window. Fantastic. Go away, plane. But evilcult.jpg has always been a very boring trope, in my opinion. But man, even the cult in, like, Awakening was at least more interesting. I don't even know what these fucking dickheads are trying to do. And I guess that's the point. But man, I mean, I guess if you started Yellow Boys, you'd kind of know what they're all about, but it has taken 2.5 playthroughs. You think I'd be able to learn other than, oh yeah, they're just shitheads? I think there'd be a bit more information than, oh, they're just a bad person. A bunch of bad people who want to mess with them, they're real bad.
Me?
Yeah, right. I don't exactly need a whole lot of motivation, but god damn it, it's a Fire Emblem game, at least hint at it. They have a building buster-based laser. They have the ability to turn a town insane. And they have multiple shown instances of using demon magic to cause various problems. Like, you know, sending me to the fucking Shadow Realm, using this bitch's soul, and shields, I guess. A bunch of fun stuff. I just wish we'd have more information in all of the routes, because even in the other routes, you kind of learn a little bit of it. I didn't know they had like a building buster, but it's really all I learned in the Red Boy route. Oh, what can you do? Ooh, this is exceptionally a bad idea. Let's continue with exemplifying how bad of an idea this is. Ooh. Oh, that's not good. Fuck it! Obligatory ain't no bitch. Get in there, Hanneman. Ooh, yeah.
Stay focused.
The Flyers have a problem with actually being able to play the fucking game. And I always play this map so fast and loose. Normally you'd think, oh, okay, this is an archer. He's facing down 5 people. Probably shouldn't put him there. And yet I proceed to continue to roll my face across my common my common fucking sensibility and continue to do this shit. There's even, like, archers, and then I'm putting a flyer in here, too? Oh, boy. My decision-making is constantly being called into question.
Let us help.
Decision-making is an art form, if you couldn't tell. It just goes to show how much I legally am obligated to care. Probably should play on the harder difficulties, but let me tell you right now, having played this game so much, I like being able to just turn my brain off. Just don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? It's not my problem anymore. Stop using the fucking bow and arrow. Use a melee weapon. Come on! He won't get off of it. I have to back out and select axe again, when normally you can swap through all the options. Like you can see right now, I can swap through and get to axe, but not... That's annoying. Yeah, just training axe him. Mission accomplished. Good job, Cyril. You've made him scarier. I'm so proud of you.
If this takes too long, I might be forced to escape. Oh, or do you simply intend to let me...
Don't let anyone ever tell you Marianne don't fuck for damage, because you just saw she, like, did a lot of damage. And there it is. Is that not enough proof for you?
This wouldn't have happened in my youth.
Oh, no. Fuck you, mage. How dare you attempt to actually do your due diligence and attempt to murder me? Unacceptable. we're really Ramboing through this map, ain't we? Damn. I've never played it this aggressive. The go real far in with a mage and decide to just start gunning people down. I have a dancer and a warp play too. Hanneman's getting in there. And the only reason I'm doing it is because he needs the XP. He was 3 levels down. He's already caught up. Thank you, XP Gem. I'll touch it. So what can you do?
I'm impressed.
Luckily, Raphael is, again, a big boy and won't just be instantly murdered. As there is a mage and a demonic beast just biting at the bit, attempting to stab a man with their teeth. Or magic teeth, I guess. I don't really have a good euphemism for this.
I'm not hurt too bad.
This dude's probably gonna be able to get at Cyro from this, but Cyro's also a big boy and is fine, and now he's no longer in the splash zone because he's a flyer and Kanto's kind of ridiculous. It's just that easy. Watch as Hanneman continues to spill blood with impunity. His ceaseless onslaught shall never end. I guess that's what it means by ceaseless. How dare you get on my case for adding superfluous language? Ooh, these are all bad ideas. Oh boy. My favorite. And then he misses. Oh boy. That's a good sign. That was a mage staff, and not a key. Probably should have looked at that in advance, but I did think that was going to be a key. Hello, Scion. We need a key. Tell me how to... I can't find it. I'm trying to get... I'm locked out. I can't find it. Luckily, Byleth has the amazing of being a goddamn walking home base, so we can just walk the fuck over and solve that problem, but... Very annoying that I thought that was a key, but I got too lazy and genuinely forgot that's kind of what I was doing. And to check. I would have put Byleth over there had I actually put any thought into my action, but I have genuinely self-lobotomized and started holding the apply murder to enemy face button. Oh, and I've been doing it damn well, too. Holy shit, you seen how aggressive I've been? God damn, it's turn 3 and I've already wiped the board! Aggressive warping for days. How do you think Hanneman gained 3 levels?
I still have
He's gained a level a turn, baby. Oh yeah! Yeah, hard is really fucking easy. Like, it's almost comedic how easy this can be. Woo boy.
Ready when you are.
Please do not murder me, lady. Hopefully you do not kill me. Or, alternatively, get killed too fast. Because I need to get Byleth over there.
Trying so hard, but now it's time to die.
Oh,
Too slow.
okay. That works. I'm okay with this. Now, if you'll excuse me, Kronya, I need to wait a little bit. I need you to wait just a little bit longer so that I may get Byleth. Can Byleth move there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fuck. No. Wait a minute. No, can't reach. No, can't reach. Come on. Why did every single person, she has smite, he has shove, and he has reposition to move Byleth, cannot get to the proper position? What I could do, which I'm going to do, which is the biggest brain shit. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we've done it. Welcome to Bootleg Dancers. Who are you gonna attack? You're just gonna onslaught Cyril again.
Thanks for that.
We're gonna be farming a little bit because... Oh, fan! It's this spooky part of the game. We gotta be careful. There's Kronia. Oh boy. Also, howdy, Lolfan. I'm gonna have Claude just kind of wander around, picking up random bits of loot. And we'll have Raphael also get into loot mode. You guys having fun? You're bad, and you. More like you're bad for me. Got him. Now don't push Cyril. Come on now, that's not nice. Give me that key. What'd I get? Was it worth it? Kinda. It's a speed ring. That's one of the better rings. Oh boy, Rusted Gauntlet's my favorite. Most of these really aren't worth it to get other than the yellow ones, which are XP. Normally, in the first playthrough, I had a Blue Boys. I didn't have these on. In the second playthrough, I actively ignored them and didn't at all care whether I got them or didn't. And now I'm just going out of my way to get them if I have the opportunity. Because I'm just like, ah, fuck it. Free shit. They can give you javelins and whatnot. That's nice. It just saves you money. Feels a little off because, you know, it's a resource you're not normally supposed to have. Also, she can double now because she's a bitch, which is a big problem. I have a game plan here. Watch this. No shit, I'd have to move him here. Is this a bad idea? Ooh. Ooh! This is doable! I hope she doesn't crit.
Well done.
Why would I have accuracy plus 20? She already fucking murders everybody. Oh shit, yeah, you're right. Actually, I forgot! The accuracy penalty affects things that aren't archers. I did not know that. But also, it's because she's in a forest and this is the fucking boss. She's an assassin. This is her goddamn job. Also, why wouldn't I go for, Fiendish? I guess I could have gotten both. Like, let's be frank. I could easily have gotten both. But getting hit plus 20 on someone like this would have been a massive pain in the ass, because that would have had them be an archer for a while, and therefore Lysithea can't cast magic.
This is dire.
Yeah, get over your shit, old man. Well, we're gonna have to rely on the sex number to win this one.
There is much to learn from battle.
I was waiting to see with bated breath how long it took for the Nices to come out, and I'm glad to see every single person here is on fucking ball.
But how? How could I really lose?
I'm actually only gonna rewatch this cutscene because I want to see if it actually shows off anything fun. Like, what happens when Kronia dies? Or does she literally just get thrown out of the cutscene before we can see anything happen?
Stand there and stare. I need your help.
Yes, you most certainly do.
Huh?
That's... Ooh, fucking fantastic. Ah, I see we're going for the settler approach.
Your sacrifice will help to rid this world of the filthy vermin that have long infested it.
You know, if I was Byleth, I'd start trying to leave the area that I'm in right now. I mean, it's a little too late now, but if I'm seeing some big fucking murder fire, I'm like, above my pay grade, time to go.
The time is finally come.
Or yeah, just stab Solon. Just
Unleash the forbidden spell of Zaharoth upon our enemies!
yeah, she just gets okay. He tore something out of her chest, and she's gone. And now she's over again, and she's back. She was somehow not in that last scene. And she doesn't have a gaping hole in her chest, so that was a magic hole. Unless he, like, created the conceptual hole with the thing that was already in his hand. In other words, censorship, because Nintendo cannot see a bitch get, like, bisected on camera.
Fellstar.
And now they're both gone. And then she's been removed from the cutscene.
What was that?
And they all just stood on the sidelines not
They
doing
were
anything.
swallowed by the
What
mystical
we have
darkness of
like
the
3
forbidden
archers.
spell.
Get your shit
An
together.
eternity
You
wandering
fuckheads have
of
curve shot.
never
You
to
can reach
return
that.
to
I
this
know how many
world.
tiles that is.
To think, we almost had the sword of the Creator.
So joining
I don't
Smash
believe
can
anything
repel
you
the
say.
darkness.
Our professor is still alive. That's right. Our professor is no
Would have been a
ordinary
better
human.
ending because it would have made
I
Byleth's
refuse to
design
believe
less
that Teach
shit.
would die in a place like this.
It is possible that death has yet to find your friend, but there are worse things than death. Drifting through the darkness with no chance of escape, overwhelmed with hopelessness.
Why is there just a darkness dimension? There's just
It must
nothing
be
in there.
torturous.
Hey, all I hear is good news. Teach is still alive. And if that's true, then there's only one thing to do. Defeat you while we wait for Teach's triumphant return.
Prepare yourself. We will avenge our leader here and now.
How trite. But if you wish for pain, I shall oblige. If you prefer it so, you shall also be added to the ranks of the dead.
Okay.
You fool! What were you
I'm
thinking,
almost certain I've
walking right into
talked
an
about it
enemy's trap?
before, but God, this
Are
like
you just a
chanting in the
boulder that
background of
rolls
this music
down
reminds me a
whenever
bit
the
too
villain's
much of
on?
Artanelico.
Even a
It's
boulder
the
has
whole
more
point of that
sense.
game to be about like fucking magic song chants. It's giving me some very odd flashbacks.
Apologizing won't make things right.
Artanelico is a
This
series you'll
darkness
never
is
hear again.
terrifying. As
There I
you
go,
and
being the
are
dude who
one,
only knows the deep
I, too,
cuts.
am trapped within this void. But please consider this. This realm of darkness we are in is separate from the world from which you came. I mean that it would take a god to leave this place.
Well, I mean,
In time, our hearts and minds will cease to be. Are you prepared to die?
unable to return to Earth, his mind eventually shut off.
How very brave of you.
I don't remember exactly how
to
the quote
joke
goes.
at
Shit.
times like these. There is no other choice. Do you recall your father's diary? He said you were a child who never cried nor laughed. I think I am the one to blame. I must have been asleep, but even then, I feel I was a part of you. I do not know how Rhea managed it, but she allowed me to exist inside of you.
It's actually
The
more
truth is,
concerning
I've
because
always been with
the
you.
moment of
It
conception,
is
the
within
baby
you
should
that I
come out
find my
crying.
power
Doesn't
you
always happen, but most of the
The
time it
power of the
happens, and if
darkness.
it doesn't, it usually means there's a
The power
problem.
of the progenitor god.
But Rhea supposedly did something after the fact, and that
My
raises
name
some
is
questions
Sophis.
too.
A By now, you must be well aware.
I like
of
to
what
just
that
think
means.
Byleth was genuinely either just
I am
mentally
the one who
deficient from
watches
birth,
over Fodlan and the
or
creatures dwelling
Rhea planned way the fuck in
I
advance.
am Sothis, she who died and then returned. There is but one thing left to do to save us from this darkness of eternity. I must now use the power of a god. However,
Don't you
I
hate it when
lack
your
a
host
body of
accidentally
my
gets
own.
fucking sent to the
And
Shadow
so I
Realm,
must
and the only way to
relinquish all the
escape is to
power that I
obliterate
have.
yourself from existence?
To you. The time has come for you and I to join as one. And when that comes to pass, then I shall disappear. When I say disappear, I do not mean that all I am will be no more. My soul will join with yours, and you and I will never be apart.
And that's why Sothis is the weirdest romance
I
option.
will no longer have
Because
the
you get to
chance
fuck
speak with
yourself,
you.
because you become the same person.
I shall miss it. So long have I been
Optimal.
on this path with you. Through you, I got to see and hear this world. I even got to chastise you from
I think this is a little bit beyond self-love. People start looking at Byleth weird.
Like a goddess, but it was certainly fun.
Also, can we
For all that you
genuinely
have done,
believe that Byleth has never
thank
once
you.
actually talked about the
I'm glad
ability
that
to
it was
rewind
you to
time?
whom my fate
Or
was
been
written.
like, guys, like, yo, bro, I can control fucking
pray.
time.
But if we
How
share
would you
this
not
wish,
immediately be bragging about
spirits
this,
too
or at least trying to
will join
inform
as one.
somebody?
Your wish is to return to the forest, stop the enemy,
Because, I
and
mean,
rescue the little ones.
just divine, like, even right now,
No
like,
need for words.
even
I
if
know
you
your
can't
heart
divine
is
pulse
there on
out of
my own.
this situation, being in fucking Zaharas or whatever, before that starts, you know, before the fucking murder tentacles decided to grab you and take you to hell, you know, right then be like, and we're out of this situation.
Your will and mine are now as one.
Byleth is very weak when it
Both
comes to
sides
time
of
travel.
are revealed to you,
Inoptimal.
and you alone.
It's almost as if having time travel
know
requires
I am
the
the beginning.
biggest suspension
What
of
shall you
disbelief
do?
ever before created. What, you like the sparkles? What, you like the weird-ass Sothis fade? That's in the intro. Also, the implication of this is that you literally can just, like, light a torch and you can just see the ground. Eternal darkness, my ass. How did we see each other?
Consumes even the darkness itself.
Joining Smash consumes even the darkness itself. Are we gonna talk about the rend in space and time behind Byleth right now? Are we just gonna leave that open?
Teach. You are Teach, right? I always believed in you. I knew you could cut your way out of anything. Let's go ahead and take down Solar, and then we can reflect on
And
what
yeah, everyone's like, okay, we're gonna accept that for now, but we got questions.
This should be impossible. The only
How did he
being
get
who
so
can
far
withstand
away?
That darkness is. Unless I dispose of you myself, I may never have the chance to send you back there.
What a shitty dimension. Someone used to call the Haunted Monster Reborn. Byleth's back. Oh shit, Byleth was a pendulum monster and went to the extra deck instead of the graveyard. Sorry about that. I really hate that they start you in the forest. That's just a real big pain in the ass, just trying to get everyone out. Can you just start me like right here? Like, everyone was literally on the line of this thing. I don't think we were in the middle of the goddamn woods. We were also, the implication that we're this far away implies that we were screaming at each other from like across the goddamn field. Because when you zoom in, it's this size. We were talking to Solon from over there! Hey! What'd you do to our teacher?
My turn.
And yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Did get a whole lot more complicated. Let me fucking tell you what. In fact, it got so complicated, they actually went back and they made a card that's a big old gaffe at that whole idea of Season 1 Yu-Gi-Oh! Just not giving a shit about the rules, and they literally made a card, Attack the Moon. And it's, the image is the fucking stone statue dude, giant soldier of stone, cutting the moon, and its exact effect is it's a continuous spell that when a rock-type monster is changed from defense to attack position, you can destroy a spell or trap card. Literally, the fucking giant soldier of stone going to attack position to attack an equipped Spartan, just for fucking some reason. Yu-Gi-Oh's a fucking lawless wasteland. They've actually done that a few times, I believe, but that's by far the most popular one. Was everyone talking about, like, can we just talk about the fact that Yugi just breaks the fucking game every single time? Oops. I do have to give one thing to original Yu-Gi-Oh! Kaiba had so much goddamn balls, because in the actual original version of Yu-Gi-Oh!, because in their whole universe it was literally just called Duel Monsters, but in the very beginning, like, with the whole, like, Grandpa's card summoning Exodia for the first time, impossible, no one's ever been able to summon him before, they actually had a different rule set before Duelist Kingdom, which was different from the rule set we actually have, because in that rule set, you literally could just summon as many monsters as you wanted, if you had them in your hand, no matter what their levels were, which is why he's able to just shit out the Blue Eyes White Dragon in that opening duel against Yugi, and why he was doing that. But the balls on Kaiba to make a new rule set for a game he doesn't own, and that rule set, which is, you know, he made the... the old one against Yugi in the opening of the very first scene, like, in Yu-Gi-Oh! Had a different rule set that's not our in real life rule set. Then later he went on to make a rule set that is the one we use in real life, but that rule set actively nerfs his own deck. And it hurts him more than anyone else, because his deck is based around a bunch of monsters you can't get out normally. Because they're the fucking Blue Eyes. You need to tribute 2 monsters. And he's just like, you know what? Let's make this deck that couldn't beat Yugi before and make it worse. God damn. It's a lot of balls. A lot of stupidity, but a lot of balls. You know, Season 0 of Yu-Gi-Oh! Because the original manga was way different. It really was meant to be just like a Jigsaw-esque, like a different game each session. Almost something similar to, I forget, it's a Kenji the Ultimate Gambler or something like that, with like a similar theme of a bunch of different rules and games that you have to bullshit your way through or something like that. Then after the first few installations, the card game Duel Monsters became the most popular thing the manga had ever made. So Konami, or whoever the fuck was making the manga, said, hey, can you just make this the entire series? Thanks. And so he had to start writing the series to be about the fucking card game. And then they made the card game a real game, and that kind of destroyed his manga. Because he never wanted it to be about that, or anything of that sort. And I give him immense props, because he stuck with it. It's just still a genuinely good product for the ones he was still working on. Like, even the later series, like GX and some of 5Ds, is still a fucking fine series. Like, it's damn fine. Don't let anyone tell you that original series is the best. They just haven't seen the others. GX is the fucking best, because GX leans 100% into how goddamn stupid the entire thing is and go way the hell over the top. Ridiculous, but then, you know, 5D's made it a little more serious, and that also worked, but in a different capacity, and then Zexal happened, and then that's when you stopped playing the game. I played through the I played Yu-Gi-Oh! Itself up through Exceed summoning, which a lot of people wouldn't know, because it went, original Yu-Gi-Oh! Was fucking vanilla-ass Yu-Gi-Oh! GX came out and didn't introduce any new mechanics, but they really fleshed out the fusion summoning mechanic and made that like a thing you could do in most decks. 5Ds added synchro summoning, which was another version of fusion summoning, which was just as complicated, but removed the fact that you had to have a fusion card, and really just kind of like streamlined the process. But like, okay, that's fine. Like, that makes sense. You know, it's something different. But then Zexal comes out and makes Exceed summoning, which, without even going into the details, kind of is just piss easy to do. And then it gets more and more and more fucking ridiculous, and the game gets absolutely power crept the hell and back. Like, I played all the way through Zexal and Exceed summoning, and I still like that mechanic, even though I understand that it is just the best, all of them. Because fusion summoning and synchro summoning, which were like the original, like, first three, even that's fine. Like, even that's not too far. Like, it's a little more complicated to teach someone at that point, but you can still see it. You can still get there. Like, it's easy to pick up because the concept is literally like math. Basic addition, super fucking easy. But then after that, it's just like, oh, good lord, what the fuck is a pendulum monster? What do you mean this is a normal effect pendulum monster? What the hell is a Link summon? And I played it. I still play that fucking goddamn card game, but I haven't been into Yu-Gi-Oh! In so long, because the moment Pendulum Summons cards started coming out, and that game's meta went to tits, oh, I died a little on the inside back in those days. I died a little on the inside, because it's shit. Yeah, it became super shit. Because if you don't know, the current meta game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is so fucking abysmal that the entire thing of... Because they... what they do is that Yu-Gi-Oh! Is fun if you play it casually with friends and you don't do meta shit. Because the meta of Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now is, unironically, have a board of like 3 or 4 monsters that are either immune to nearly everything in the game, or have and then have a few cards, monsters or traps or whatever, that just say negate X effect, and you have like 5 of them. That has been the meta sometimes, Lollifant, but it's typically been one negate or a very specific negate of, oh, stop one effect monster. So like spells, traps, all that shit still happens, so you can play around it. The one that we have right now is the literally just, if your opponent does a thing, say no, is the current one. Because those are just called universal negates or whatever fucking flavor text you want to put on it. They just negate everything. Pretty much. And obviously I'm not going into the finer details, but man, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Meta right now, unironically, Solemn Judgment. Imagine if every card was Solemn Judgment, if people know what that is. It's the, if your opponent... Okay, let me... Because I know a lot of people don't give a damn, but just for people who do. The card effect says, if your opponent summons a monster or activates a spell or trap card, pay half of your life points, negate the effect, and destroy it. That was Solemn Judgment, which was released around the GX era. It was really fucking costly, because it is half of your goddamn life. Literally cut your max or current HP in half to negate one thing, and that's all it does. And it was so strong at the time, it was banned for years. Or actually, more importantly, it was Solemn Warning, which is a weaker effect that only works on when a monster is summoned and not the spell and trap part, and you have to pay 2,000 life points, which for context's sake, you have 8,000 life points at the start. That's not as powerful, but because it doesn't have that fucking massive cost of half your life points, Warning was banned, and no one played Judgment, the have your life points card, way back in those days, because it was just too much. It was a little too much cost for how slow the game was, but then the game sped up a little bit, and negating one of just anything got the card banned, and Solemn Warning was limited to one. You could only have one of that card in your deck at all, period, straight out. You can only have one. So that could happen one time. The current meta we're at, Solemn Warning is at 3, which means you can play up to 3 copies like you can with almost every card in the game. Solemn Judgment is at 3. There's a new card, Solemn... It's Solemn Strike, which is an even weaker version of Warning. That's also played. And that's also that's also allowed at 3. Because some of the cards you have right now are the most horseshit things you can think of. Because the new meta has formed in the game called hand traps, to where you can literally... that's the colloquial term of them, but they're monsters that have effects that activate in your hand, so they're not even on the field. Your opponent literally doesn't know you have it because it's in your fucking hand, and if your opponent activates whatever effect is stated on the card, you can discard the card from your hand to negate the effect! There's no counterplay to that, except have a card that says, I negate hand traps, or some shit. Yeah, Effect Veiler. That was in Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. Who did I S-rank in Awakening? Total tonal shift. But it was the one that the Bullet, who's always in here, keeps giving me shit for. It was, what's their fucking name? Sully. I don't remember who Crom married, but it was Sully. Which sucked, because by the time I got to late game, Sully started really, really fucking falling off, and I'm just like, son of a bitch! I don't know if it was just bad growths or I just wasn't using them right, but the Sully really became one of my worst units very, very late game, but was still kind of usable. Like, she's on a horse. Yeah, I mean, like I said, unironically, Awakening was the first Fire Emblem game I'd ever even touched.
Focused.
And the game was so piss easy, I didn't have to care. Now, the game isn't over, in air quotes, on turn 1 or 2. Oh, you know what? Talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! To bring it back to people who still know and care about the old stuff. Blue Eyes, Kaiba's cards are still getting support to this day.
I am terrified.
Do you know one of the most
Even though an emotion like
over-the-top
has no
cards
place
that casual players, so people who don't play the game and try to play it again, think is the most broken shit but is never played? There's a new Blue Eyes card called Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon. It is a ritual monster, which was actually a mechanic in the original Yu-Gi-Oh! But just to say it, in short terms, it's you need a ritual card in your hand. Then you need to destroy monsters either on your hand or field that equal the same level. Chaos Max is a level 10, or a level 8. So you literally activate the card in your hand, destroy a Blue Eyes, then you can bring out Blue Eyes Chaos Max. So it's really simple. You just need to have the card and a level 8, or something that equals up to level 8, and you can bring him out. Remember, the game has 8,000 life points. Chaos Max Dragon has 4,000 attack. And it inflicts piercing damage on enemies that are in defense position. Because normally if you're in defense position, you don't take any damage, but it pierces through that and does damage. Chaos Max Dragon also does double damage if it inflicts piercing damage. So if Chaos Max Dragon with 4,000 attack hits a defense monster, its attack temporarily jumps to 8,000. I can't really... Yeah, you can link the card, but I mean, I can't really do a whole lot about that. And the funniest thing about that, the fact that you can do just such an inordinate amount of damage, the card is bad. Like, Chaos Max Dragon is a bad card that people don't play because it's too inconsistent. It's like, it can single-handedly win you games, but the problem is it doesn't have any protection. It takes 3 cards, the card itself, the spell card, and another monster to bring out, so that's a lot of investment. And it's too slow, because it doesn't have any protection. It get killed by literally anything in the game, like a Mirror Force, and that was in the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Mirror Force. If some fuckhead, like, Magic Cylinders that shit, oops, you're taking 4,000, and people don't play Magic Cylinder either. And, like, that seems like the most obvious thing in the game to be, how is this not meta? It's just not. It can't be destroyed by spells? I actually genuinely forgot that it does have a little bit of protection. The new Mirror Forces aren't played. Trap cards aren't played anymore. Trap cards are too slow. Those whole things that were, like, some of the most powerful effects in the game, but you have the wait a turn to play, those aren't played anymore. Unless they are trap cards that are either so inordinately powerful they don't give a damn, or that can be played from your hand like infinite impermanence.
Teach! We won!
It's because they're too slow.
Honest, when I lost sight of you, I broke into a cold sweat. But Gerald's killer is dead.
I
All's
hate
well that
what's
ends
become
well.
of Yu-Gi-Oh! I still want to play it. In my heart of hearts, I grew up with that shit. I was playing it in middle school. I earned my first group of friends who inspired me to partially become the man I am today. Bullet, the dude who keeps dropping by, I met him from Yu-Gi-Oh! I've met everyone I know at this current day and age, if not through streaming, but like my friends, with the exception of one I've known since elementary school, I met through Yu-Gi-Oh! That game meant so much to me when I was younger, and I hate
You're
the
kidding,
state
right?
that it's in right now.
I understood putting it off while we were in battle, but now that it's over, just go ahead and spit it out. That hair, those eyes, that unfathomable power. What happened out there? You mean
Do any
to
of the
tell
others-
me that an entity who claims to be the goddess was
Did-
living in your
Whoa,
mind?
whoa, 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 whoa!
and
To bring it
spitting
back
that
around
way
to the
since you were
game,
a baby?
did any of the other class heads actually ask you about this? Because I don't remember them saying, what the fuck just happened? Oh yeah, by the way, I have time powers and am now an unironic god. Because Sothis is supposed to be a goddess. Why does Sothis only have divine pulse powers? Like, this is the thing that should completely break the game. Byleth should literally be able to just fucking smite people. Just literally, she's literally a god. Isn't it? Sothis, the person made fucking, like, hero relics, that's the lore, like, the religion reason, like, how Sothis handed this shit down to the people or whatever. Byleth just fucking whipped that shit up. Oh shit, my Sword of the Creator broke. Oh, that's trash, here's a new one. Oh shit, it's got double the durability and does 400 damage. Oh, that's unfortunate.
And this goddess entrusted all of her goddess-like power to you and then vanished. It's a difficult story to swallow, Teach. But the way you look now,
I know they can't do that for a
I guess
gameplay
I've
thing,
got
but
no
man,
choice but to believe it.
the suspension of disbelief
something
every
like
single
that
person has to make is this is one of
There
the
must
few
be a
big
clue
things
in
that are just
Gerald's
like,
diary.
why the
If
fuck
you
do they
believe
never
the
do
diary,
this?
there's a high
Luckily,
possibility
Byleth
that
is
Leia
a
did something
fucking,
when you were
like,
born.
a
That's likely where all this
neophyte,
What
like,
in the world
mentally.
happened to you as a baby?
Or else the
what
game
was
would be
wrong
over!
after?
We would have won! Alright! Mission accomplished! It's done!
Teach,
Byleth doesn't
what's the
think
matter?
about any
Did
of
you
these
trip or-
things.
Wait, are you sleeping? This must be an effect of the goddess's power. I wonder if Teach's body can handle the strain.
The goddess is probably doesn't
Think,
the
Claude,
only
what
benefit
now?
you get is get more divine pulses or something.
Maybe
Like, this
Hilda
doesn't change
can help carry
anything.
her back? She'll complain, but she won't refuse.
This is unironically a big question of why the fuck does this happen in the plot? Like, and I'm not about to deal with your shit right now, Rhea!
Professor, you must remain still. Everything is all right. There is no need to worry. Those who are trying to harm you are far away.
You gotta treat a character
How
gaining
lovely.
fucking omnipotence with a little more tact than this game does.
I wish I could hold on to this time.
I mean,
in
this
the
isn't
story.
probably the worst way it could go,
You
but
and
man,
could
I don't think
create a
this
world
needed to
without
happen.
end. I have heard whispers of what happened to you. Your appearance. You have received power from the goddess.
I am the fucking
From
goddess
the
now.
moment you took hold of the sword of the Creator. I
Bitch,
pray
stop
that one
underplaying
day
my
the
power.
radiant power of Sothis, which bathes Fodlan in its celestial light, might reside within you.
I am the light!
But you are so much more than the light.
Okay, alright, I guess
You
she's
are
realized. Again, has to get cut off for plot reason. Oh no, she just did that herself,
Close your
alright.
eyes, dear one. Sleep. Just a while longer.
Ooh, we got a bug? There's a
I
bug
will
on
be
my
watching
window.
over you. Always. Always.
Get the
and
fuck out of here,
forever.
bug. I'm not really mad about the whole divine power shit. It doesn't really bother me, but I could see that being like unironically one of the big plot
Part
holes of this
1.
game.
White
Just
Cloud.
nothing literally happens from this.
Pegasus
They make a
Moon.
big deal about it, but it just
Throne
never
of
actually happens. Like,
Knowledge.
I don't care, but people who care a lot more about story structure, because it's a fucking Fire Emblem game, you don't give a
The
shit.
northern lands are enveloped in a
Yeah,
bitter
it's like,
cold, and
there's
frigid-
no reason for it. Nothing happens from it. At least, of course, from my limited information, but it's like, I like to, even if I don't care, I like to bring up stuff like this, which a lot of people think I complain all the damn time. Someone made a goddamn meme on the Discord that I never stop complaining. But it is a valid one of like, but why though? Why do they do this? It doesn't do anything, and in fact, all it does is cause problems. Unless it
Rhea,
does
please
do
talk to
something.
me. What are you
But I
hiding?
don't know that
What
yet.
is
It
the
hasn't
meaning of
happened
how
in
that
2
one
of the
looks?
fucking 3
It
routes!
is almost
4 routes.
As I said, there
It's
is
in that
nothing
case, then why did
about
it happen
to
in those 2 routes?
know. At the end of this month,
I read
Even
Gerald's
it
diary.
even like gets into
I
more
happened upon it in
problems
his
where it
room.
really brings into question Violet's actual mentality in the Blue Boy
In
route,
it,
where
he
the
stated
only
the reason for
logistical
his
explanation
departure.
in the Blue Boy
The
route
baby
is
thought to have
Violet
died in
is
the fire
genuinely a
has returned
fucking
to us.
psychopath
Gerald
to let
realized that you had done something to the
Rodrigue
child
die
and
in
decided to
front
flee.
of Dimitri to get him
What
to
did you do
snap
to that
out of his
baby,
shit.
Rhea? Nothing.
That
Question
is a
I should
very interesting take on Violet's character of literally doing what needs to be done, and that's how I'm
I
reading
will
into it.
take our dear
Otherwise,
professor to the Holy
it is
Tomb.
a massive fucking plot
should
hole
be
that
able to
they
see our
never
dearest
address in the
wishes to
entire
fruition.
game and just say,
When
"Nah,
I
just
was
forget
young,
that. Nah,
I
that, sweep
heard
that
rumors
under the
there.
rug."
I'm sure of it.
Byleth is a very damaged
You
person.
may enter. I have been awaiting your arrival, Professor.
Also, they fucked up her character
Now
design,
that
which is
you have
clearly the
received
most
sacred
grievous sin of
power
all.
from the goddess, there is somewhere you must pay a visit to at once. You must go to the Holy Tomb so that you may receive a divine revelation from the goddess.
The Holy Tomb is where the goddess sleeps.
Yeah, I don't think Claude's in that cutscene. We've seen it. We've seen that cutscene twice now. I think we're good. Ooh, boy, time to talk to Seteth. Aren't y'all
Professor.
excited?
A moment. I am sorry that I doubted your ability. I deeply regret ever holding such a view of you.
Sorry I
It is
doubted
obvious
your
to me now
ability.
that
Now
you
that
are
you've seemed
extraordinary.
nigh omnipotence, I'm starting to see the error of my ways.
Do you doubt your own power, even now? I suppose that's only natural. You've lived your whole life knowing next to nothing about yourself. Not even Gerald could have possibly known all there is to know about you. But I wonder, are you satisfied with that? Are you content, not knowing who you are? Or do you yearn to know more? That was a foolish question, of course. You are not the sort to be complacent. So, only one more question matters. Are you ready? The truth. All of it. Learning it will doubtlessly have direct consequences on your life. I do not know what those will be. You may decide, once you learn it, that you wish you hadn't. But even if you have such regrets, you will never be able to return to ignorance. So, are you ready to know the truth?
You could just get your head clonked over. You'd start the plot of Awakening. That'd do it.
That is what I wish to hear. The Archbishop continues to put her faith in you, and so you will continue to have my aid. More than that, I will put my faith in you as well, and I will do all that is within my power to help you someday reach the truth.
Said it's a good man. God, we're getting a bunch of filler content. Oh boy, time for more bullshit.
Wow,
Isn't this every time for everyone's favorite minigame?
this is lovely. Huh? Huh? Huh?
And I've never been one to really talk about all the more logistics of the whole Fire Emblem series of how that shit's gone down. Also, I don't know what the fuck she said. I'm gonna nod at it. Clearly, I'm a great conversationalist. But I've never been one to talk about all the logistics of, man, how much the Fire Emblem series has shifted, considering the fact that I've played one of the old ones. But man, even as a man who's played Awakening, this, and whichever the fuck one had Hector, Lynn, and Elwood, I always forget its name. Oh, we're doing it again, round 2. I'm not a big fan of how much over-centralized this game is with, like, this part of the game. Bit too waifu-y. I liked how Awakening did it. Awakening did it a bit better. They had the characters, because I like the characters. I do immensely like that part. It's a good time. But man, they throw a lot of side shit into this game that I'm just like, it's not... How does he not like classes? He's a fucking teacher!
Indeed.
God damn it, Hanneman.
Thank you.
I guess it's a me problem. I guess I can't read people. I like having good characters that are well written and thought out and learning a lot about it, but they had a lot of fluff to this game. Like, I like the teaching mechanics. Oh, great. Wow, this costume actually doesn't look like complete dog shit on Fembyleth. Good lord. Oh my god, it doesn't look terrible. What the fuck have they done to make it not look atrocious, but only for Fembyleth? What the hell? I mean, I'm gonna stop being the enlightened one, but damn, I did not think it was possible to make those clothes look not trash. I forgot what I was going on about. Gabe bad, how dare people like video games. I like this game, I'm just bickering. Well, I was gonna do something, but I've forgotten now. I gotta refresh them battalions, yeah. Whatever, I'm probably running my mouth about something stupid either way. Need to check these certificates. Claude! What is Claude becoming? I don't know. In my notes, he's done now because he's gonna become whatever the fuck his final class is, I guess. Well, I don't want to make him a one. I mean, yeah. But he doesn't know how to use axes. But also, he's given better bases, and they have bow fair and bow range. Does this have bow fair and bow range? It does not have bow fair. Yeah. And the only reason I'm not making him a wyvern is because he's gonna become a wyvern anyway. I don't gotta deal with that shit. I want him to have bow fair. I want him to do damage. This doesn't even matter. I don't know what Claude's about to become. I'm just putting him in there to be like, fuck it. This is I don't really have any idea of what to do with Claude because I don't know what his unique class is yet, obviously. But, so I'm just putting him this to have him have better growths, because I would assume that sniper growths are better than hero growths, and that also, I get bow fair. I'm like, yeah, right, that checks out. Even though being a flyer would unironically be fantastic. It's not too important. I don't even know what mastering Wyvern Lord gets. Probably not important. I mean, fucking, what do you mean it's probably fantastic? I don't know what you're talking about. Am I able to do this yet? Dark Bishop. Yeah. Yeah. Defiant crit. Oh, fuck. Ah, shit, that is actually pretty good. God damn it, Scion. Why'd you... Why'd you make me be a sniper? Defiant crit's totally acceptable. God, son of a bitch.
Was there any doubt?
Welcome to the Lorenz. The only reason I'm making him a Dark Mage is because I've never used a Dark Mage and I want to see what it's like. I mean, yeah, it isn't maddening. Who gives a shit? I'm just having fun with it. I'm not actually upset. Why would I be? I'm not a bad person. Brigand, Archer. Hey! Now Ignatz, no, he needs to be a sniper because he's literally just gonna be a fucking bow knight. Yeah! What do you mean make him a sniper? I don't know what you're talking about.
I can't believe I did it.
God, his strength is so shit. Scythia... Is she done? I mean, she can't be a Gremory, so yeah, she's done. She's always done. Hilda, still working on it. Leone, still working on it. And... yeah, they're getting there. It's a work in progress, as they say. I may not be an expert on the subject of learning how to teach my fucking students. Also, I just realized it's the second month. We are nearly at the point of no return for new plot. Oh boy, it begins, because I distinctly remember it being the second month only because Ninja had to scream at me 30 billion times of, hey, remember month 2, because that's the month you decide to team up with Edelgard, which means we're almost done. Daddy got deep-dicked and went down under, but now we get to actually do the fun plot things, considering the fact that he's dead and we've had our revenge, air quotes. I gotta go pee. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get something to do. That's the wrong save. Oh, why did I put the new chapter save down there? Here, I'll put it up here. Mission accomplished. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'm gonna be right back. And then we get to do more filler garbage in the meantime. But luckily, there's actually no paralogs, so we should be able to get 2 story quests done. Woo! I'll be right back. Actually, Defiant Crit is a shit ability, because why would I ever need to be critting people at low HP when I can crit them at full HP with my bow fair? Yeah! Bow Knight time! Everyone's a Bow Knight now. Oh boy! Time to do plot support conversations. Scion's mad. I might have that be my next personal playthrough just out of spite, is the everyone's gonna be a Bow Knight playthrough. I'm not mad, just disappointed. Is there... I haven't actually just gone fishing at all. I think this might be the first playthrough I've just not gone fishing, because I'm surprised I haven't had to do that yet. Or more like, I haven't had the chance to do that, because every single time I've ended a stream, it's been right before fucking combat. And also, I've never actually gone out of my way to see if I could, because I'm a lazy sodhead. There's no quest this month, which is very confusing. Fuck it, time to feed the students. Okay, you know what, Scion? What is... Okay. As a maddening man, resident expert, what is the worst... here, let's see here. What are they called? No, that's wrong. Wait, no, yes, it is right. What is the worst advanced and master class? So just like of each of them. Because I know Mortal Savant is really difficult to use properly. And typically Swordmaster's kind of just better, but is at least usable. But what are some of the bad ones? What are the ones we don't want to do? What's the hot take? Because as much as you're shitting on the fact that Bow Knight sucks, but it definitely has some noticeable benefits over Sniper, so it makes it more of a side grade than a direct downgrade. Because I know Holy Knight is just way weaker than Dark Knight. I do know that one. Friends and maybe Raphael. No, wait a minute, gotta do Raphael Ignatz. Are they allowed to have that? Ah, shit, that's the wrong button again. Thank God for... Bullshit. Oh, wait, no, I need to get... Okay, Raphael Ignatz is actually done. I need to actually watch these before I can do food stuff, so we're gonna have to do this now. Here we go.
Creepity creep.
Huh?
Living in a land that's dark and blinded by the frigid cold in your heart. Here.
Nope.
Oh,
nope.
Claude.
Not doing that
You weren't,
today.
Watching me, were you?
Swordmaster's bad? What the hell? I heard Swordmaster is really good if you're gonna go down the sword route.
Claude.
Also, okay, and I'm also saying Assassin's bad. Like, what the fuck?
Up a silly song to pass the time while watering the plants.
Sure. It could be my secret serenade, if you so please. But tell me, you were born in Fargus, right?
Yes, that's
Is
right.
there just no good sword route aside from the fact that that's totally valid. Swords kind of suck, but that's not what I mean.
Like that. One that stirs me to my very soul.
Soul stirring?
I hate that half of Annette's like support conversations are it's involved in singing.
Never exaggerate. In fact, it reminded me of rituals we have back where I grew up.
Why is Great Night
We'd
bad?
gather around a blazing fire and spend the whole night caught up in song.
Is it seriously so much worse than Fortress
Night?
Night?
You just demonstrated. Really, the dance I'm thinking of is exactly like the one you just did. We'd scream like beasts and then jump up and roll around. It's freeing, isn't it?
Scream? Like a beast? That is not what I was doing. And what's this weird ritual you're talking about?
Even better than your angelic voice or your lyrics. I can't even begin to fathom the deep meaning.
Scion, you cannot.
If we talk about it,
you cannot have every argument be, but Wyvern Lord's better. It's technically correct, though, and I hate that.
You have to figure out for yourself.
Son of a
Okay,
bitch.
Don't tell me. Give me time. I'll work it out.
Welcome to a meta.
Oh, have you already watered the plants? Sorry, I'm just realizing it was supposed to be my turn this week.
No, it's fine. Really.
Okay, see you later then. Creepity creep.
He is not gonna let this go, is he?
I did not pay attention, nor did I want to, because Annette's song support conversations are a fat resident sleeper for me. The Great Knight, I mean, okay, every heavy, like, X-heavy unit has bad movement. That's just an objective fact about the classes.
Is that... Raphael?
I mean, a double weakness, I guess. I've seen, like, I mean, I guess it would change in Maddening. I've seen very few that are, like, good against, heavy units. I've seen very few hammers. I guess mages, but then again, most classes are weak to mages if you're gonna go down that route.
No more sweets for you.
What? He's talking to a bird?
Huh? Is someone there? Oh, Marianne! You're right on time. This little birdie was telling me that he misses you. And, oh!
There he goes!
It flew off.
It appears so.
Why do you think
This
birds
is a very
fly away when
wholesome
there's more than
interaction.
one person around? Birds never seem to stay put, unless I'm alone.
Birds are very cautious creatures. They tend to fly away when they're startled.
You mean they're afraid of loud noises? Oops. That was probably too loud for the birds.
I did notice Astra was kinda shit.
Keep it down. How's this? Do you think we'd be able to talk to birds together like this? I still haven't met a bird that can speak human. I was hoping you could introduce me.
I mean, you get a chance to roll Crest crit 5 times, but it's with a damage. It's with a negative damage modifier, and then you also have to roll accuracy 5 times.
I had no idea what he was
It
talking
doesn't
about.
seem like the numbers work out too well for Astra. You're probably in theory.
Marianne, you always
Howdy.
know birds understand what you're saying, right?
Hard,
Next time you find a bird that
hard
understands
classic
you, I
because
hope you let me know so I can join
I'm
the
not
conversation.
experienced enough for maddening, and
Now what am I supposed
Edelgard sided red boys and blue boys. We're doing yellow right now. I also haven't done church or DLC yet. Those will be done whenever the fuck I decide to do them, because a lot of people have said I've played this too much.
Who is it?
That's only 150%. Are you telling me Astra is a 30% base damage skill?
Raphael! I'll get the door.
Christ! I thought it was like 40% at least. So that way it's above a double. Astra is just a shitty forced double. Just equip a brave sword.
I got this too.
Oh, what a splendid flower. And so fresh. Hey, wait a second.
Rip
Is that for
Astra.
your sister?
Yeah, I finally got my hands on something cute, just like you suggested.
That's so nice. But wait a second. Is
I didn't even
this
know
that
Astra was in
flower
other
from
games.
Boatman's
Well, there you
Club?
go. That shows how ignorant
Of
I am.
course.
I didn't
I
see
had
it
to
in the
run to make
one
it
I
back in time.
played, so...
It was a lot farther than I thought.
You ran all that way? And while we're on the topic, aren't these all Myron crystals? Such fine carvings on them. They must be the work of a true artisan. It couldn't have been easy getting your hands on these.
I figured I should follow your advice. You know more about what's stylish than I ever could.
Well done. I'm sure your
I think
sister
the phone's
will
going
be
off. Give me a sec.
pleased. All that
Is that a phone
glamour
call or a
can make that
message?
necklace.
I was waiting for a
Yeah,
message, so let me
about
see. I just
that.
got a text.
I don't know how to put it together.
I'm waiting
I've
on
spent
a
so long
on a
trying to figure
work
it out
thing.
that the flowers have started wilting. There are only a few nice ones left.
Huh. That's not good. I could try telling you how to make it, but you can't afford to lose any more flowers. Oh, all right. Looks like it's Hilda to the rescue. I'll take it from here.
Seriously? You're really gonna help me?
Oh,
Sure.
great. It's the
I
fucking
make
phone
myself
company
famous
saying,
from
hey,
time to
here's your
time,
fucking
and
3
this is
minutes.
definitely
Thank God
easier
for having
than
a shitty
teaching you
phone.
how. But you owe me for this. I expect to be paid back.
Don't you worry about that. I'll find something really nice to pay you back with.
It couldn't have been easy finding all these trinkets. He must really love his sister. Still, older brothers can be so dense.
Oh boy. Wait, no. We gotta start off with a low point. Who do I like the least? Unironically, I was gonna say, which of the options do I have that I like the least? It's probably Ignatz. Rip the dream, my man. Time to go down the shithole.
Hey, Ignatz. What you doing?
Cyril, hello. I was just looking outside. Are you off to work right now?
I'm gonna get a bucket and get rid of that big puddle everybody keeps walking around.
Oh, you're getting rid of the puddle over there? That's a shame.
Huh?
I don't even remember
I've
what
quite enjoyed
Ignat's
looking at
Cyro
the
rank
puddle.
C was.
But pay me no mind. The work needs doing. I know.
Huh? What's so nice about it?
Well, look at it. With the addition of the puddle, the whole landscape has changed dramatically. Plus, it's perfectly unique. No two puddles are alike. Light will never again hit the water in quite that way. This whole landscape...
Oh, yeah!
Here, now, for us to enjoy. It didn't exist a moment ago, and it won't exist...
Honestly,
tomorrow.
half of Ignat... all of Ignat's support conversations either boil down to...
Weird. I never
I'm
thought
an
about it going that
artist,
way.
or I
How
don't
it
want to
makes the
hurt your
world look
feelings,
different,
bye.
and how that's kind of special, I mean.
So it was really just a
Your mood
toss-up.
just brightened, Cyril. And that made the world a little brighter, didn't it? And that's the other thing about looking at a landscape. The view is
I think
affected
the fact
by
you're
the
talking
viewer's
about art
feelings.
and he's not currently crying, I
Maybe
could
you're right.
I could assume, but thank you for the
When
details.
I remember it, I think Elmira was a real dull and lonely place. Once you're out of the city, there's nothing but the plains and sky, and they stretch on forever. You can lose yourself out there. That's the kind of place it is. It's strange. When I remember it now, even though it's lonely, it also seems real pretty, too.
Maybe the image in your memories is affected by your emotional state. Anyway, it sounds fascinating. Endless plains, boundless sky. That's Elmira, huh? The thought of it makes my pulse quicken.
You're a big weirdo, Ignatz.
Am I? I suppose I am.
Sitting around, talking about how pretty puddles are?
Well, when you put it like that. Still, I'd love to see Elmira someday. Cyril, after the war, would you go there with me? We can make some memories of your homeland that aren't all dull and lonely.
This already
I
just
don't know.
screams
Maybe,
like rank A,
but
not rank
yeah,
B.
I'll think about it.
And Cyril says no. He thought about it and says no. Yeah, actually, wait, what war? Wait a minute, yeah, no, why did he bring up the war? It hasn't happened yet. Oops. So, Ignatz, do you want to explain what that's all about? Oh, Ignatz fucked up big time. More like whoever said that one's totally like able to be viewed before the war fucked up big time. Oh boy. Who's our next one? Probably Hilda. It's always tethered to Cyro. God damn.
Cyril, cleaning again, I see.
Hilda, you're in the way. Move it.
I'm supposed to refill the horses' water troughs, but I can't find the buckets. I was told that
That's
they'd
one
be in
word
the
you'd never
usual
be able to
place.
guess how it's
What's the
pronounced compared to it's
usual
spelled.
place?
Trough.
Maybe you'd know where that is if
It's
you did your job
spelled
sometime.
trow.
You know, Cyril, I don't want to interrupt you while you're cleaning.
Thank God for the English language.
Come
It's a
on,
beautiful
the
sight.
buckets are over near the wall, where they always are, because I put them there.
Okay. Thanks for your help. You're pretty strong. I bet you're tired, though. Come on, let's rest a bit.
Okay, just for a minute, though. I got more work to do.
I'm not a fan of awkward silences. Anything interesting happen lately?
Figured you were the one with something to say. Quiet don't bother me.
I need an interesting topic for this letter I'm writing to my brother. I'm stumped.
Your brother write to you a lot?
Constantly. Yeah, he must be bored. He's always going on about how worried he is for me. What's worse, if I take too long to reply, he gets more worried and writes more about it.
Write about your life, maybe. You know, stuff like, I got real lazy again today. Or maybe, can you believe I still don't know where they put the water buckets?
You're mean. Do you really think that little of me?
You're a lazy gal who gets people to do her
Damn! Cyril, don't
like that,
stop!
Myra.
Oh, really? So Lady Rhea isn't the only difference between
How do people not
Fotland
like
and
Cyril?
Elmira
Good
after
lord.
all?
I don't like comparing Lady Rhea with you, but I figure you're right. But you know what's real
Jesus
weird?
Christ, Cyril, you gotta
Nobody
calm
seems to
down at a
mind
certain
picking up your
point.
slack.
This doesn't. We did not require a bloodbath today. We're here to take
Sorry,
care of the
what was that?
horses.
Nothing worth repeating. Anyway, I gotta get back to work.
Holy
He's
shit,
such
Cyril,
a
don't fuck
diligent boy.
around.
I don't think I've ever seen someone from Fodlan work that hard. Oh, hang on. I never got an idea from him about what to write in my letter. Ugh. I guess there's nothing for it. Maybe I can just write about Cyril.
And thus your brother starts getting weird thoughts. Why are you writing around about some random child you have met in the monastery? Apparently I've also done all of Cyril's. Who's next on the tier list? It's gonna be Hannum and Manuela. I just want to see what the hell this one's gonna be, this dumpster fire.
Manuela, I would like to apologize. The other day, I said some things to you that I am, well, not proud of in the least.
Oh no, Hanneman. It is I who should be apologizing. I behaved in just the most dreadful manner. I was just lashing out at everything. You were right to call me out. Really. And I do very much mean this. I'm so sorry for my behavior.
No, please, pay it no mind. Actually, I'm thankful for what you said during our conflict.
Thankful?
Yes, you made me realize that I have a somewhat meddlesome nature. Thanks to you, I believe I found an area in which I can improve myself.
I could say the same
That's the
thing,
problem with the
no?
inquisitive
Your
folks, is it
accusations,
not?
They really hit home. After I cooled down, I
She's a
realized you were
floozy.
right. I really ought to try and keep my emotions a bit more under control.
Manuela, you nearly got mugged and stabbed again because a man stabbed you.
This wasn't
I think your emotions are a little bit out of control, lady.
Oh, indeed. There's nothing more depressing than a pointless fight, is there? Don't you wonder, though, just how many times we've had this same argument?
We do always seem to be at one another's throats before we even realize it. I don't know how we manage to keep it up.
You're not wrong. Something the matter, Hanneman?
And thus the blood begins to fly again.
It's just... You
Oh,
don't
shit.
smile like that very often. But when you do, it is quite charming. Perhaps your struggles in love are due to your reliance on false affection, instead of your more natural charms.
Well, thank you for the compliment. Even if you did have to spoil it with criticism. If you weren't so judgmental all the time...
Oh, there it begins.
you'd
I
have
was just a
more
little,
lucky
I was a
romance
little early
yourself.
on the gun.
What? Manuela, as your friend, I was only trying to give you a
Here's a
useful
big
bit
word of
advice.
advice from everyone
Advice
ever.
is exactly
Be you able
why
to
I
take
call you
criticism?
meddlesome and overbearing. And
There it
there's
is.
Hanneman, who said
Manuela
he was going
begins to
stop being
protest
so
even when she
meddlesome.
knows the fault lies.
Yeah, that's about how there. Hanneman's got more. All right, keep it going.
I should head back.
Finished with your training, Miss Marianne?
Oh, Professor Hanneman. Yes, I've just finished training for the day.
You have merely completed the exercises assigned to you, yes? Nothing more? Or am I wrong?
Yes. I'm sorry. I should have done more.
No, please. You've done as you were asked. Quite solid work, child. I simply wish to ask a question. You possess a crest, do you not? When you entered the Officers' Academy, your father submitted a request to the monastery, as well as a significant donation. Your father asked that your crest not be confirmed under any circumstances. At first, I thought he did not want the world to know that his daughter bore no crest. In your father's position as a newly minted noble, it would be most advantageous for his daughter to possess a crest.
Now that I think about it, Marianne's crest is
However,
only activated like
I am
once in
now
my entire
certain
playthrough.
I was wrong.
I mean, I never have her
I believe
attack,
you
so
do,
that's
in
so
fact,
totally
possess a
valid, but she
crest
did
of
have a
some
decent
sort.
run of combat.
How did you
I only
find
remember it proccing once.
I have been called the father of crestology, which is a bit of an ostentatious title, I admit. However, a brief period of observation allows me to have.
How have I not thought to have Lindhart and Hanneman talk to each
houses
other
a
yet?
crest or not. With the knowledge of your father's actions and my own observations, I come to you with a warning. As a crest bearer, you are guaranteed to have certain talents. It is prudent to study your crest diligently to ensure your safe mastery of these talents, whatever they may
Can you
prove
tell me
to
there are
be.
potential crests
No,
that are not
no,
related to
I
combat?
have no talents.
Oh yes, you do. No matter how hard you may try to hide it, my sight is keener than that. And what I see, others will eventually notice as well. Those who hold power must wield it in the service of their fellow man, Miss Marianne. I believe that is true, whether you are peasant or noble. And doubly true, I would say, for those with crests. Or do you think I'm wrong? On principle alone, it is a waste to allow a rare talent to remain dormant.
I'm astounded there
I
isn't a
would
character
like
in this
very
game who has a
much to
crest that
advise
does
you
not at
to
all match
aid
their
your
fighting style.
understanding of your crest.
Then that could be their whole
Will
thing,
you
is that
accept
their
my
like
offer?
crest's natural capabilities
No,
just do not
I
reflect them as a
refuse.
person at all.
That
like-
is regrettable.
That seems
veritable
like it'd be
tragedy,
the most
Marianne.
obvious thing, because it is a direct allegory with being born into a family that doesn't represent your personal goals and wants in life. Like, that seems so obvious. And then there's a gameplay aspect to it, too. Of being like, if Raphael had a crest that made him better at magic. Like, that seems just such an obvious thing to do. I mean, I guess they wouldn't want to do that because people think, well, why did you have the quest bad game design? But it's such good storytelling in gameplay, but they don't do that. Oh god, I love it when games have the story and the gameplay be actually intertwined. As Lysithia time. But they do not do that in this game. Oh, it's this one! Felix Lysithia. Oh, yep, there it goes. And nothing of value was lost.
These
One of,
ones look
like
good.
I've said multiple
I
times,
probably shouldn't
the
pick
best
them
game
now.
I've ever seen do that is Lisa the Painful.
Marianne. Harvesting the crop?
I might actually
Oh,
throw in
yes,
just a
Lynette.
in-between main projects stream of
I
me
found
going
which
through Lisa
vegetables are
again,
ripe and ready.
just to show that shit
You
off,
might
because
peel
goddamn
them
I
for
want
me.
to play it again.
See, you've mistaken me for someone who sticks his hands in the dirt.
Because the
Then
whole
just
point of the
them
game,
and
on top of
touch
being
them.
really amazingly designed game, really funny,
Oh, I
also
see.
horrendously
You're
sad
afraid
and
everyone who
soul-tearing,
eats them will suffer
that
bad
game has
luck.
some of the best
Yes,
gameplay
it's
and
true.
story
I
tethered
wouldn't want
moments I've
anyone else
ever
to
seen in a
suffer
game.
because of me.
Marianne, that's simply not the way the world works. You see... Oh, forget it. Tell me which ones to pick.
Thank you so much, Linhart.
Happy to help, but I'm beat. You'll have to carry them yourself, so take them straight in, okay?
Also, I
Okay.
really like Marianne way more than Bernadetta,
actually,
because
before
I
I go,
still don't
do you
know
mind if I
what's
ask you
wrong
a
with
question?
her. That was a
What do you
big
think?
problem with Bernadetta.
Isn't it
She's
more the
supposed to be
case your crest brings
traumatized.
happiness
She's supposed to have a
rather than bad luck?
genuinely horrendous childhood.
Happiness?
And she just
I don't understand.
immediately tells you. As
Yes,
someone who
happiness.
genuinely is
Because
struggling
your
from
crest is so
trauma,
rare.
even
It excites
Lysithia
my
does that. I
mind.
didn't know about that for
Well,
so long.
If not for your crest,
That
we
is
might never have met.
so accurate to
And
how,
I feel
like,
that would be a
grievous of a
tremendous
wound it is
loss.
inflicted on a person that they
Heartbreaking
don't
as
like
well
to
as
talk
unenjoyable
about
to
it.
me.
But
I'm
Bernadetta
quite
dropped
happy
that
right
shit at the
now.
drop of a hat.
And it's due entirely to your crest.
I suppose so when you put it that way. But
It's a huge breakthrough.
The fact
to
that they
know
have
your
Marianne and
crest
Bernadetta
causes
in the
happiness
same game
instead of bad luck.
really makes me think they got
I'd
some
love to
seriously
study
clashing
bird,
writers.
But only if you'd agree. Really, I just want to find a way for your crest to bring you happiness too.
I'm sorry, but I can't. I have to decline.
I understand. May I ask one more thing, though? Could you please
It
hand
actually
me one
kind
of
of
those
reflects the
vegetables?
entirety of the Fire Emblem
I don't
series.
think that's a good
Fire Emblem
idea,
has always
but
been a bit more of a
if you
serious,
insist.
actual,
Thank you,
tactical
Marianne.
RPG with
I think
lives on the
this
line.
looks
Like,
like a
it's
very
meant to be
lucky
a
vegetable.
little bit more serious. And that's what it was originally designed to be. That's what Advance Wars was supposed to be. It was meant to be the fun, kooky, kids in a sandbox playing with tanks and having a bunch of fun anime hijinks. But Fire Emblem was meant to be a bit more serious child in the family. But now they've kind of gotten rid of Advance Wars, so now Fire Emblem's doing both, and it really doesn't work with the setting. Like, someone like Marianne could have 100,000 bodies under her belt. That seems a bit extreme, doesn't it? And not at all fitting with the character. But, well, what can you do? It's a game. Ho ho ho.
This is the...
I'm sorry.
That's actually part of the reason why I made Marianne a dancer. That seems like it's a role she'd actually have. I also even thought about making Lindhart a dancer, because he's such a lazy piece of shit, he doesn't want to do anything. I'm like, yeah, that checks out. I made Dorothea the dancer, because it also seems thematically appropriate, but also because, you know, gameplay-wise, I didn't know what the fuck to do with Dorothea, and I'm realizing I made a huge mistake, but... that's just how life is sometimes, is it not? Lysithea Claude. Oh, Claude's done. Never mind. Manuela? No. Felix? Ugh. Oh, hell no. Hold on, Leon. Oh, that'll work.
Eating delicious. I'm grateful.
That's why I still say to this day Blue Boys was my favorite, because it did not have a single character I didn't at least like. Because through it all, they genuinely felt like real people, even if they were a bit more stylized, like a game would naturally imply. They all still felt like people. Through all in all, I felt like you could see this person walking around. Even the characters that I personally didn't like Annette, still felt real at the end of the day, and I think that's a real accomplishment.
I've got food to eat.
Yep.
Black Eagle says the problem of Lindhart has no fucking reason to be here. At least in the combat wing. And Bernadetta is just a fucking dumpster fire. It's just an absolute goddamn train wreck and is the worst character in this game. Manuela, Felix. I guess I don't need to get their shit up, but Lorenz. Okay, even like Lorenz, he seems really caricature-y, but Lorenz would probably be another big example of. And then Ignatz is a why the fuck is he here candidate. I think Lindhart was. I mean, that makes sense still, like, Lindhart being forced to be there, because I think that, like, Marianne also makes sense. She's forced to be here, but I don't know why Ignatz is here. He's... Oh, I think he was also... He doesn't want to be here, I guess. Bernadetta literally had, like, a big goddamn anime trope to get here of the, oh, whoops, but yeah. Even if it's not necessarily why they're there, like, Lindhart's on. Like, I did not like Lindhart. Lindhart was one of my least favorite characters at the beginning. Then I learned more about him, and it broke past the trope, and I really like him. He's one of my favorite characters now. But Bernadetta is the big, just fucking massive bull that is just sitting... elephant, not bullshit. Elephant in the room. And Yellow Boys, they're a little more cartoony. Like, Lorenz seems a little more over the top. Even Hilda, like... Hilda in all... Like, Hilda seems like the kind of person who has a heart of gold, but goddamn, she does not seem like she'd ever actually get a good enough goddamn grade to ever succeed to the point where she'd be deployed. I need to look at Lorenz. Fuck, I forgot what I was doing. I think Yellow Boys is better than Red, though, just because... Fuck God, Bernadette is so bad. I do not understand the genuine hatred for Cyril that some people have. He's another one of the best written characters in the entire game. He's genuinely fantastically written. He seems like a real person. He's also still kind of young, but he doesn't take it out violently like Lysithea. How old? Actually, wait, no. How old is... He's 15. Yeah, no, he feels like someone who's young, but has gone through an actual traumatic situation of being a nigh slave that has his life saved, and he's channeled that into positive means and is trying to get work done to make the people that he looks up to proud of him. Is Leone 20? Holy shit, she is! Leone's 20. Yeah, it seems weird. Like Lysithea is also a realistic child, where she's also a savant, but she's very clearly still young. Cyril seems like similar to what Bernadetta, or someone who had a bad childhood, would be if they were young. Where they were forced to grow up really fast. I did not look at Lorenz again! Who does he get to hang out with? It's like Leone, Hilda, all the women except for Lysithea. And they're not even available. So it's Ignatz, Felix, and Manuela. Felix and Manuela are irrelevant. I don't think Lorenz and Ignatz are able to... No, they're not. So then Lorenz will go with... The Mercedes Lorenz one wasn't bad. I'll say that. Mercedes Lorenz was not bad, because that was an interesting take on his character, and I want to see where it goes.
This is my...
Smaller bites will make you look more refined, while at the same time helping you feel...
You know, Ferdinand is Lorenz, but done better. Like, Lorenz is a different take on a noble, and it's Lorenz trying to be a good person through his very obviously flawed upbringing, but it's still over the top. Like, he's a way more cliched than Ferdinand, which is why I like Ferdinand way more. But Lorenz is at least good. I wouldn't say Lorenz is bad, but he's not good either. He's probably, like, right in the middle, you know? He's a very middle-of-the-road character. I'm not, like... actively hoping to see him burn in a fire, like a tire fire, a la Bernadetta. But I also don't really go out of my way. Same with Leone. Leone is the same way. Like, perfect, like, 5 out of 10. Right in the middle of the... I really couldn't give a damn either way. But no, I need to see who Ignatz is about to talk to. I also don't really like Ignatz, but that's more so I don't like his character and how they've decided to utilize him, rather than I think he's a bad written character. I think he's written fine. I just personally don't like this kind of character, but Ignatz is written fine. Petra, Mercedes, Ingrid. We need to do a Shamir Ignatz, I believe. Oh, we're running out of food. Oh! Ignatz doesn't like this. Too bad.
Not my favorite food, but I'll eat it.
Food tastes better when...
Too bad. That's what you get, Ignatz. And we're out. We are now tapped and can no longer feed my students. Please give me food, mysterious food off the floor. God damn it! I got everyone's morale reset, except for Ignatz. So we're fine. It was... Lysithea and... Who is the other one? I guess it'd be Hanneman now. Yeah.
Singing with others is
Yeah. It's amazing to me there's just no quest this month. Like, there's just nothing to do this month. I'm not really complaining, but I would have liked the free renown and just random bits of loot and everything. Come on now.
I am sorry, but I have a lot.
I'd like to be alone right now. But actually, before you do that, can you teach me how to fly better? Thanks.
Excuse
Excuse me. I am
Worthless. God damn it, I gotta go pee again. I should not have also gotten a goddamn thing. Well, to be fair, I did have a full mug of coffee just before this. There's a goddamn good reason I need to use the bathroom again. Nope. And nope. And yep. Wait. I don't think he teaches anything valuable. Nope. He teaches how to horse. I don't need to learn how to horse, though. I wish there was a way of fast traveling to just a person. That's just another one of the really minor things that would make this a lot more convenient. Or, even better yet, just completely skip having to walk to everyone and just literally let you do like a top-down fucking like point-and-click menu of I want to get trained by X person. But then again, I'm thinking about more in the video game context rather than the actual experience context. But even then, once you've played this game enough, man, a lot of the little... I used to really not be bothered by a bunch of little niggling inconveniences. But man, as I've gotten older, little inconveniences that are small time wastes here and there really slowly start to get on my nerves. And I'm not mad or even upset about this, but I immediately notice small little bits of improvement of where they could or potentially be, and they stick out like a sore thumb. I'd imagine the problem would be like, oh man, people would just immediately use the drop-down menu and not walk anywhere and not get a chance to see the environment. Because, I mean, this is a very well-done environment, I will totally admit. Like, I just look at that, ooh, that's gorgeous. Maybe, like, maybe at the beginning, like, remove the option of people to do that at the beginning of the game and then have it be something you can unlock later once you have everywhere open. And then on that's what I wish they would have done for subsequent playthroughs through. The fact that you cannot fast travel to a location until you've physically been there, even in New Game Plus, is so odd. And a bunch of other little tiny baby problems. Going to the bathroom! Oh boy, back for round 2. Be right back. And you know, now that I think about it, because I just got back from the fastest piss in the West, the topic we were just on of small little inconvenience that slowly add up over the time being like small time sinks, actually I'm a little bit of a redundant man, and it actually reminds me of one of the biggest points a lot of people have against some of my favorite games, which are some of the Mario games. And a lot of people always complain about, and it's one of the biggest complaints people have with Sunshine and Mario 64, is the fact that when you get a new star, it boots you out of the level, so you have to re-enter, and a lot of people are like, why the fuck does it do that? There's no reason for it to do that. It just wastes your time, which that is a not true thing, because there's two phases to the argument of why does it boot you out? There's no reason for it to do that. That's just a waste of your time. They could just let you stay in the level and get another star. And then there's the why do they have to do the like star getting animation followed by the hopping out of the painting animation every single time. The first argument that I always see I don't like, because unlike a lot of other things where it's just a slight time-saving mechanic that just isn't in the game for some reason, the Mario one for like, oh, it boots you out of the level each time you complete one isn't valid, considering the fact that in almost every star, or at least a large chunk of the cases, sometimes there isn't, and I'll admit that, the level typically changes a little bit, which is done way better in Super Mario Sunshine, where the level will change or will spawn in certain aspects required to get the next star. It's way more egregious in Super Mario 64 rather than Sunshine, but it is still valid. So there's an actual reason for them not bumping you out, and it happens way more in Sunshine. Like, in Sunshine, the levels get almost fully reworked because time is passing, and what you did in the previous level typically affects what happens in the next mission, because the people that actually live in the level you're going to actually adapt to the things you do, and that's the coolest shit, and people are complaining about this. Ugh! And then the other one of the small little animations that waste your time, which is similar to the argument I was just talking about in this game of having like a bunch of small things are procedurally generated. Okay, fantastic. But the other one I was thinking of was the very similar complaint to what I was just having of there's a bunch of really small time sinks that this game could include where this one could include little mechanics that like help curve over the difficult bits. Wait, what does she need? I'm not paying attention. What's Hilda need? Doesn't she need something? Oh yeah, no, she needs writing. What am I doing? I'm doing that class that Sion says is butt, but that I've never really used and I want to try out. Because that's the magic of not playing on Maddening, so I'm allowed to try new things. But, it also happens in something like Banjo-Kazooie or whatever, how each time you get the game's respective collectible... No, I'm saying Heavy Knight, or like Great Knight. That's what Hilda's gonna be. I've never used a Great Knight before. I mean, I did actually with Dedue, but he had it for like 2 maps, and I barely got to see it.
Tell me something.
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
Professor.
But I'm totally okay with little animations as long as they're short or little like time sinks, like the collecting a star animation in Mario or the jiggy dance animation in Banjo-Kazooie. If they are there for character building and helping increase the charm of the game. Because in Mario 64, it's to help mask a loading screen and to help do the coin counter at the end of a level. And in Banjo-Kazooie, it's just fucking fantastic. It's the fact that they're celebrating its success. It's little things. I like that as long as they're not overdone. I can accept it. Also, howdy, Pickle! Welcome to the Fab! How you doing, you son of a bitch? We're talking about game design right now, and how everyone in the audience is getting to listen to me bitch for the 13,000th time. Which is weird, because I'm not normally, like, obviously negative person. I just naturally gravitate towards those aspects of the game because they're easy to talk about. It's just how the human brain is wired to focus more on the negative aspects. Because I'm fairly certain I've talked more than enough about the bits that I like about this game. Can we talk about the fact this might be my favorite of the Fire Emblem games to just turn my brain off and play? Because I absolutely goddamn adore this game's schooling system, so everyone can be everything. So I can just do dumb shit while turning my brain off, being like, everyone's a mage this time! And then that's where the little complaints I had of wasting my time because they come up there and that's how I notice them. But god, I fucking love the schooling system in this game. It's so goddamn good! Yeah, unironically, anyone who says Mario 64 or Banjo-Kazooie are bad games are just objectively wrong. They cannot like them. And I mean, that's valid. People are allowed to like or not like anything. I've already shown I have bad taste. But saying they're bad games, now that's not true. Bad Scion. How dare you explain to me? Thank you, Pickled, finally! Okay, I can't even say that. I love Sunshine. It is my favorite Mario game. And I love the bastard to death. But objectively, 64 is a more polished game than Sunshine because of one massive fucking glaring flaw with Sunshine that I can look past, but I know a lot of people that can't. The fact that in a collectathon, there is no reason to collect the main objective. which are the shine sprites. Because in Mario 64, you have to get enough stars. When you get enough stars, you can fight the final boss and beat the game. But in Sunshine, the main objective to beat is to beat level 7 in every single world to beat Shadow Mario. And when you've beaten Shadow Mario in all of the stages, the final level unlocks and you can fight Bowser. Meaning, every single alternate method of getting a shine is worthless. Level 8 in every stage, worthless. Blue coins, worthless. 100 coin shines, worthless. Secret shines, worthless. Why did they... Literally, if someone could just make a patch that just says, get X number of shines to beat the game, it would be better than 64, in my opinion, because I like the flood system. Some people still wouldn't like it, but that is the one flaw that that game has. Why the fuck did they make the game like that? That's such a big problem! But other than that, the game's, fucking fantastic. What? Why did they do this? Leone and... Should probably get Leone Felix done. Oh, I can't really focus on other people because I'm almost out of food. Yeah, I don't have that chance. So, who needs to be fed? Hilda, because she's the furthest behind. So, Hilda and... Oh, fuck. I guess Lorenz. Luckily, Ignatz has the baby bitch, man. I heard Luigi's Mansion 2, like, Dark Moon was very okay, and I haven't heard much of anything about the third game other than its multiplayer, and I immediately popped an erection for the last 24 years. So, we need to look... Who needs training next? It would probably be... Cyril, because he's behind the curve right now. And he can only go with Lysithea. So I guess it's gonna be Cyril Lysithea. Thank God they don't hate this. Oh my lord! I actually saw a meme before I saw the new Deadly Premonition that was one of those memes of, like, it's the... like normal other game leaks, like, oh, this game can't have a steady 60 FPS and the dude's crying, but the new Deadly Premonition is locked at, like, it says, like, oh, the game is leaked to be locked at, like, 30 FPS and expecting frequent frame drops, and I'm just like, oh my fucking god, I'm so ready! Ooh, that's what we like to see, baby! And the first thing I ever saw about the new Deadly Premonition is a glitch of a dude talking to someone, and it instantly warps them to the middle of the map, like 30 feet above the ground with their heads cut off. I'm like, oh my god, they've done it! They've done it again, these sadistic bastards! They've made a masterpiece! Oh, I'm so excited. I'm not at all watching the game. I'm gonna keep it a full surprise. Deadly Premonition is so fucking stupid. God, I love those goddamn games. No. It's 30 FPS with constant frame drops, so don't expect it to stay there. Oh, no. You do not understand.
Oh, I was joking.
Yeah. Deadly Premonition is a very, very odd game for the people who are uninformed and uninitiated. Deadly Premonition, the first game, for those of you who haven't seen it, is one of those games you can totally tell the main designer of the game was so deeply impassioned about it. He had a story to tell, and they wanted to make a dream game. But the problem is that it's so buggy, and people fucking messed with the game, and there's so many small problems, so you can totally tell objectively Deadly Premonition is not a very good game in a game sense, but the passion and how dumb and cheesy the story is, the very obvious direct influences. It's like, it's one of those games that you love to play and experience, but any actual genuine analysis of the game would say this is objectively bad. But the fact that it's so bad really helps boost up the game's charm and lovability. I adore Deadly Premonition. That was one of the funniest games I've ever had to fucking play in my life. It's one of those kind of games that the story was dumb, cheesy, fun. The gameplay was way over the top, not Resident Evil, and it was bugged to hell and back, but it's the fun kind of bugs. Woo! Can't get anymore. Oh, they know how to make a recipe for success, those lovable bastards.
The utter discord.
Bonus points for the fact that the game was not even designed. Oh yeah, the whistle song. The game is like very Resident Evil 4 in certain like combat sections, to the point where they have like, oh, it's like demon monsters and everything. But the original designer of the game never wanted there to be any combat at all. Literally, there was nothing. It was literally just walking around town talking to people, being a detective, and that was the game. But the people behind the game said, no, there has to be combat. What are you talking about? What's the point of the game, then? And he's like, son of a bitch. And so they had to add combat. And it's really shitty combat. And so what they did for the remaster and re-release, they made... Because in the base game, there were 3 difficulties, like, easy, medium, hard. And the funniest thing is that when they re-released the game in HD, not only did they fuck up the HD scaling, so there's a lot of little moments where the graphics just look like shit, but also that when they ported the game over, they removed the option to select a difficulty, and they made a new difficulty that was easier than the game's old easy setting. So whenever you played the game, you would absolutely coast your way through. It was the easiest game you've ever played, and that somehow made it even funnier. The fact that the game was almost comedic in just how easy the game was to actually play. Like, getting one good, decent weapon, you have beaten the game instantly. The game is over. Nothing can challenge you.
Naturally.
God, Deadly Premonition is a fucking beast of a game that you have to experience. Because when I first started seeing and playing and doing all that thing with Deadly Premonition, I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. I'm like, God, this is bad. But naturally. I kept going with it because I was watching a playthrough first. I'm just like, okay, I'll watch it for the content creators. I'll have some fun with it. It was Two Best Friends Play, by the way. That was my first impression of the game. Two Best Friends Plays playthrough. And I'm just like, okay, fine. The game's kind of butt, but that's like part of the fun. Hearing some people make fun of the game. But then I don't even know when it happened. A certain way through the game, I started actively watching the episodes to look forward to more gameplay and the story to see where the hell is this going? What the fuck is this plot right now? What's this game? What the fuck? It wasn't even about the commentators at that point. And by the end of the game, I was starting to get actively hyped up and excited. Like, I'm getting into it. Like, yeah, son, let's go. And by the end of the game, I was genuinely sad there was not going to be more Deadly Premonition to watch and play and experience. Like, I somehow got fully sucked into the story and the experience. That man just hit a 2% crit for 0 damage. And then at the end of the playthrough, I heard they were going to make a Deadly Premonition 2, and I remember out loud being like, yeah, let's go. Oh, Deadly Premonition's a fucking beast of an experience. I recommend it to everybody.
A trivial victory.
Have you guys seen the movie, or the TV show Twin Peaks? Alright, you've seen the big fucking thing with Deadly Premonition. It's just Twin Peaks. but in like a shitty mode because there's so many small bugs and optimizations. Like, have you ever heard like the demon dog monster that is for some reason as loud as a fucking motorcycle and completely blows out every other audio track in the game? Like, comedically way louder from across the goddamn parking lot? You're just like, I don't know if there's an enemy nearby, and then all of a sudden a growl rings out that's louder than everything else in the game, including your gunshot sound effects, the music, just the ambiance, any other enemies. You're just like, oh, yep, there's the dog. I found him. Oh, I actually haven't found him, but I heard him. God, I watched that when I was so much younger, too. I think I was just out of high school when I first saw it. That brings me back, son. Maybe I was still going through high school at the time. It doesn't matter, but it would have been late high school then. But holy shit. Deadly Premonition. Fucking magical.
You're outclassed. A trivial victory. You're outclassed.
You're outclassed. Trivial victory. You're outclassed. You're outclassed.
Impressive.
A trivial victory. You're outclassed, Sayo. Trivial victory.
Yeah.
Hey, alert stance. Nice. We're getting there, ladies and gentlemen. God, even without me actively training Raphael almost at all, he is already about to get to Fist Crit plus 10 before the time skip. I don't think he's gonna quite get there, but man, that feels fucking fantastic. And I swear to God, Scion, if you say that's called being efficient, again, I'm gonna have a fucking aneurysm. Because every single time I've commented on the fact that Raphael is so far ahead, you're like, that's called being efficient. Every single fucking time. I know that, Scion. I'm training other people. There's other people who need training too, damn it. That. The only reason he's not at S+ already is because not only do I have too many students to train, but also the fact of going for dumb shit like Great Night. So Hilda needs a lot more training. And that is also an objective fact. Same with Ignatz being a bow knight, because I actively have not trained Raphael to train other people sometimes. That's what we like to call being inefficient.
Professor.
No? No, you're not allowed to do that. You're allowed to continue to train how to use bows. So you can eventually equip a brave bow and be a god, and also be knockoff Claude.
Here. I thank you. Hot. Yes.
There you go. And there you go. I would assume he would have hated talking about battalions. He's a lone wolf piece of shit. Aw, damn it.
Thanks for your hospitality. I hope you'll...
How do you like that?
I'm getting the hang of this.
Age is...
Recover, not bad. I'd still much rather have a fortify, let's be frank here, but it's not bad. Not the worst thing to have happened. And again, I don't know what else. I don't know what else I'd really want. Because it's like, I mean, really, let's be frank, I'd want most other things, but recover's not bad. I don't think any of the... As long as it's not one of the stupid offensive spells, I'm totally okay with it. Even some of the more bleh ones, like Restore, of just the it cures status zones, it's like, that's at least okay. We're going to explore again, because I need to get not only more food, but also because I want to feed my students more. So we can get more support conversations. Because that's what we're here for. Who wants a shitload of veggies? Apparently they don't, because nothing likes it.
No.
No. Now let's see how much food we got. Almost none, considering the fact that I need to use Noah fruit. Fantastic. Oh, we got support conversations. Oh boy. Hey, Sylvain and Leone are done.
Hey.
Hey, Leone. I mean...
I like how the only way
beautiful.
I've been able to generate Sylvain
like you to a place like
conversations
this?
is using the group tasks.
I just came to the greenhouse to look at flowers. What's with you?
Nothing much. Nothing much. I was just thinking about how sunflowers don't deserve to be stuffed away in a greenhouse. They bloom better out in the open. Just like you.
Could you cut the weird metaphors and just say what you want to say? Oh, wait.
He wants
I
to...
get it. I'm not ladylike enough to fit in with all the pretty flowers.
I was actually going to say he wants to dick you, but he
back off my
actively
bad,
doesn't.
me
He,
try
like,
to-
actively doesn't want to do that.
This is a joke, right? Tell me this is a joke.
What have you got against sunflowers anyway? I think they're lovely myself. If you think I only care about delicate flowers raised in a greenhouse, you've got me all wrong. Statuesque sunflowers, blooming proud and tall in the open air, have a beauty all their own.
Is that right?
You better believe it. And the same goes for you. You have a beauty unlike any other. I look at you and I see sunflowers.
Come on!
Look, can you just go back to normal?
At this point, I feel like anything I say is just going to make you more angry.
Why are you suddenly not capable of carrying on a normal conversation?
My eyes have been opened to the
Oh my
charms of
fucking
a beautiful
God,
flower
Sylvain.
blooming right beside me. It's a whole new day
He
for my
keeps
heart.
trying.
You can quit messing with me at any time.
I'm not. I'm absolutely serious. You really are as charming as any
He
flower.
thinks he's being
I see
so
that now.
fucking
Would
suave.
you stop? This is getting weird.
Even sincerity doesn't work? What kind of flirting is going to satisfy you? You know what? I'm just going to leave you alone for now, so I can get a fresh start some other time.
Right. Bye.
And this is why they don't have an A rank.
Charming? Me, of all people. Like I'd actually believe that. Stupid.
The only one that I definitively know of is Sylvain's A rank with Mercedes, and that's because she gets him to knock his shit off and actively engages in his bullshit, like, through it all. But no, like, Sylvain doesn't want an actual relationship, so someone has to come to him, and Mercedes told him to knock his shit off, but that's still coming to him, and so they have a fucking fantastic relationship. I swear to God, it's the only true shit for Sylvain. He's a good boy, assuming you can get past his just utter cavalcade of bullshit. I guess we're gonna do Dorothea Sylvain next, because I'm frankly terrified of what that will entail. But anyway, back to my actual goddamn students. Hanneman and... Oh, I actually have had Linhard and Hanneman talk to each other. Huh. Mary Ann and Hanneman!
I like this dish.
You should continue eating, of course.
next we have... Ooh, let's do Claude this time. Claude and... Oh, Claude... Yeah, I was actually specifically thinking, like, Claude Cyril rank 1 really hinted at Claude's past, so I'm gonna be like, they're gonna not let me do the B rank, because there's gonna be some spoilers if they keep talking! And so they're just adamantly not letting me. Claude Lorenz is always a fucking 10 out of 10. And Claude doesn't like that. And Claude doesn't like that. Fuck me. We're doing it anyway. We're getting in there, boys. No, we're not, because it's such a waste. I'm so mad right now. I hate that there's no better way of getting food. I'm literally dumping everything I have into getting food, aside from actually fishing, and I'm pissed that they make me fish. I don't wanna. So... Let's do Marianne. No, wait, I just did Marianne, so it'll be, I don't know, Raphael, whoever the fuck. Who gives a shit? Does Raphael like food? Yeah. Hilda? Sure. They have an A rank, I believe.
This.
Yep.
And finally, let's go for... Yeah, fuck it. Let's go Leone. I have actively not been contributing very much to any conversation she has with other human beings, so why not? Let's feed into that. Almost comedically, Raphael and Leone haven't talked about the fact they have an A rank, so let's go... Let's go Lysithea. Why not? Oh, we actually have more food. Oh, wait, no, we have... Yeah, that's right. Lysithea... Oh. Oh. She hates it. Never mind. She doesn't get to eat food. Thank you, game. Thank God for having people not like food. It's my favorite. Yeah. Or more accurately, thank God for not letting me get more food. Just almost straight out. Very annoying. None of these are valid options I'm allowed to do. Ignatz is not allowed to eat with people that aren't Leone. Because I need to get a morale reset. I'm running out of options, man! Lorenz and... I don't know. Lorenz... I think I already did Hilda, though, didn't I? Marianne? Ah, shit. I'm actually gonna have to feed someone who's not one of my students, because I am fucking out. So, Leone and Claude don't like shit. So then I have Cyril, Lysithea, Ignatz, Lorenz. I do not think there's a combination. Unless Ignatz, Lysithea, or Lorenz, Lysithea. It's gonna have something with Lysithea, I would assume. No, those are done. Those are done. And so those are done. Just fucking... Not right yet. Just fucking... Where did Cyril? There he is. Cyril Lysithea. There we go. Oh, Lord, that took so long. Just trying to find a goddamn combination that gets these fuckheads to actually eat with each other. And now I am tapped for food. Fantastic.
People who live is Fodlan.
Let me consider. She's the...
In our bad. Once it will happen.
The fact that I have to continue to use the choir is a sad experience, to say the least. It is a sad time, the days we live in.
The utter...
Yes. But the DLC shall wait until I actually do the final route, which is the... Again, very oddly the oddly named White Boys.
I am sorry.
Or a more accurate term, the Church Boys. that shall be, I shall do both at the same time. Because I feel that would give me enough new content, because I'm gonna be frank here, I don't fucking know what the goddamn church route would throw into this plot that I wouldn't already know by that point, but that's why we're gonna do both, just in case. And I gotta do the fucking church at some point. Really? It's gotta happen. Really?
The holy... I've worked here for years. I mean, it does make some sense. I when the... But...
Yeah, shut the fuck up. So this is the second to last final chapter. We're nearly done. Because we're gonna have this chapter, and then the one chapter afterward where we have to repel the Empire fuckers from the capital, or whatever it's called. The monastery, that's the one. So we're gonna have this chapter, then like a baby month to repel the Empires from the monastery, and then we're at time skip. And then we get to new content!
Naturally.
I have a buttload of money, though.
A trivial victory. Naturally.
I mean, unless Claude says, hey guys, the Empire's invading, and then we all unanimously agree to fuck off, the plot and the game ends, which, let's be frank, would be very funny. I don't think that's gonna happen. Hey guys, you wanna leave? Oh yeah, I like that option. Alright, bye, credits. Smash cut. But the credits are at like 4 times speed. This is Chrono Trigger. God, I need to stream Chrono Trigger. I've been talking about it a whole buttload, and I've actually been thinking about what I'm gonna stream next. Because like, yeah, that's actually a question. Because it is coming up decently soon. You know, air quotes on that one. What should I stream next? What should be the next game that I should do after this? Because right now, Weevil has said Dark Cloud or Custom Robo. So those are some valid options. Fuck you, Ninja. Persona 3, yeah, that's another one. Persona 3 was the one a lot of people have been talking about.
A trivial victory.
And then there's also the fucking mystery box, which is what, you know, I'm doing. But, you know, I mean, I may or may not have talked about it a buttload on the Discord, but you might be able to infer what I mean by the game I want to stream. No idea what that could be. Who really knows? Customizable Robotronic.
Professor, a pleasure to see you.
That's a GameCube game that has like way too much lore than the game would imply. I would play Pokemon Coliseum 1 before Gale of Darkness, because Gale of Darkness is a sequel.
While I'm at it, may I confess something?
I'm probably gonna make a poll on the Discord once I'm all done, and people can vote then.
I realize what a burden I've been on you.
Once the playthrough's over, of course.
After every breakup,
but I'm just occasionally grabbing what I should put on the damn poll.
I'm completely worthless as a woman. Can you imagine how that feels? Oh, I'm going to be single for the rest of my life. I just know it. You think so too, don't you?
Yes.
But if that's how you see it, maybe there is no hope for me.
Oh, they gave me the option to go straight for the jugular.
It's not my looks. I'm still gorgeous. Or am I? Be honest. Do I look old? No, it's not possible.
No, I'm gonna be alone for the rest of my life, aren't I?
Yes. Men profess their love for me hourly. It can't be my looks. I knew I was right. I'd be in real trouble if I weren't this beautiful. Oh no. If the problem isn't my looks, and they are not the problem, then it must be... what? My personality?
Yes.
I know you're trying to find a way to say it gently, but you think there's a problem, don't you? I suppose I can be a bit unkempt. I do have a short temper, and I may be a little lazy, sometimes. But I've always
I
heard
literally,
fellas-
the first interaction Biles had with
Like a woman
Manuela,
with a
where she
few
was
flaws.
blitzed out of her fucking mind
Seems to
coming
me
back
there
from
are
a
plenty of flawed
hangover,
girls who have
and
landed
we had to
themselves a good
talk to her
man.
through a room door
So
because she was
maybe
being a slob all
my
over the
trouble
campus.
is I'm not imperfect enough. Do you think I could use a few more flaws?
Good lord, no. Oh my, I'm not even given another option.
Why? Do you think I'm flawed enough already?
Alright, yeah, before we get to the next story quest, I'm gonna be just a second, because I gotta throw up that goddamn be right back screen a third time. Because people just got home and I gotta check in on that.
Did you call? Oh.
Hey, I got Lycythia's favorite tea, though. Ain't that fun? Gotta get him. Dude, I'm not... Okay.
Anything's fine.
Word of advice... Nah, she hated advice. Past laughs. Can't say future laughs or else she'll be pissed because they're future. School days, because she likes the present. And, school uniforms, because she likes the school.
I don't think I'd be who I am today.
You're not going to be who you are tomorrow either, because you'll be dead! Oh, funny joke. Good job, me. Admonish. I failed. And that's why Lysithia Lindhart is the best timeline. Because she doesn't get to die. You don't get to say shit. I actively am putting her with the one person who could save her life other than Hanneman, but that seems weird because I haven't seen it yet. Alright, I'm gonna be right back. I gotta go check on the people out there. Be right back for the fucking third time this stream. Welcome to being busy. It's a turbulent time of my life being moving out of this house and also looking for a job. I'm very busy. Bye-bye. Okay. Assuming I don't get bothered by people knocking on the door, or I get a phone call / email, we should be back. And I definitely didn't just leave to bring in groceries. But also, I definitely didn't leave to get a donut. That didn't happen. None of you guys can prove anything. These are slanderous accusations you're throwing at me. And I'll see you in court. I do not have a fat emoji yet.
You're going to receive the goddess's revelation at the Holy Tomb? That's news to me. I did not see that coming.
Thank you for mentioning I need a fat emo. Real good vote of confidence on that one.
Is that really okay?
You're not wrong. Welcome to... Not even get me started on the fact that the virus made it so goddamn much worse. Thank you, Scion, for giving me money.
But we should be cautious.
If something happens, we'll have to
Where the
take
hell did
matters
this
into
come
our
from,
own
huh?
hands.
What do you think, Professor? Is it really okay for Lady Rhea to attend?
Leave it to
It's
our
obviously
fearless
Scion who
leader to
gave the
shrewdly
money and not
factor in
Weevil.
Rhea's
Weevil,
fighting
where the hell
ability.
are you getting all
You're
of these
bold,
funds?
Teach. I love it. Well, the truth is, we won't know what's going to happen until it happens. All we can do is stay on our guard and play it by ear.
That's quite enough babbling.
Are you
Claude.
sure you're in a
There
good
is
enough
nobody
location
more
to
unfit
give
for a
out
holy ceremony
$15 a month? Good lord. You could buy like 2 whole quality pizzas with that. Assumedly.
Good grief. Why
I don't mean high quality, I mean like
negative?
medium quality.
Hmm?
If we're talking
Flame?
bad quality, like
Is something on your
like
mind?
Little Caesars, which I have a very crippling addiction to, you
is
could buy
nothing.
3 pizzas with that. Now
May we
that's
all see
oh
this
my
through
lord.
to the end.
It still doesn't make sense to me. A goddess was living inside Teach, right? But now there's a ceremony to receive a revelation or whatever. How could that be necessary anymore? There must be another objective.
Finally, Claude asks the
It's pointless to
questions.
speculate about it now. We'll know the answers soon enough. There isn't
Oh
any
yeah, that's
danger for
actually
us
fun
students,
fact for
but
everyone. I do co-streams with
careful, Teach.
Ninja on his channel every Friday and Sunday. We're actually doing a playthrough where he's playing through Phoenix Wright blind. I'm sitting there screaming at him for being dumb.
Are you surprised, Professor? This is the Holy Tomb.
What do you think of the Flame Emperor reveal?
mechanism
Oh,
for
you can go
ascending
back and check
underground
out how I felt about it live, in fact.
I tried to
Live
come by
quite
myself,
in
it
quotes,
wouldn't
because
even
that VOD's on YouTube. Oh, feel free.
This is where the goddess who created this world was laid to rest, along with her children. It is said that our Creator...
I actually don't remember. I remember more losing my shit at
upon
Dimitri
this
rather
very
than the
throne.
reveal itself, but yeah.
Professor, do you recognize this?
You could actually see a lot of my really hot takes of that first playthrough. And like, one of them has grown diminished, but I still really feel what I haven't brought up again. I don't really, brought up again, is that I don't really like the big 4-tile monster dudes very much. I find them tedious.
So long. I have waited so very long for this day. Sit upon the throne.
Weevil, what the fuck
I
are
have
you
no
doing?
doubt you will be gifted a revelation from the goddess.
Well, you get teeth out or something? Or you get teeth put back in?
Well,
Yeah, more? I would like a surgery for
it
more
was
teeth,
supposed
please,
to be
yes.
but a step away. What could possibly be missing?
The goddess themselves.
Sorry to disturb you when you're distressed, Archbishop, but it seems some uninvited guests have arrived.
Dude, damn, Claude's on point.
Don't move, any of you. If you move, your lives will be forfeit. Thank you ever so much for guiding us this far. The Imperial Army will now
His
take
name is
possession of
literally
everything in the
Me
Holy
Toady. Like, oh, reveal yourself. Your stolen goods are now forfeit.
So, they knew we were heading to the Holy Tomb and followed us here. Hey, who is that?
You have
standing
violated
next
the
to
law.
Angry guy? Could that be?
The Flame Emperor. I see. So you've been allied with the Empire from the beginning.
What are they doing here? What do they hope to gain?
There's only one goal for grave robbers like these. Right, Flame Emperor? You're here to steal the treasure that rests within the Holy Tomb.
For a fool, you catch on quickly. those crest stones will be ours. That infernal power, which is masquerading as a medicine but is truly a poison, will plague this world no longer.
Let's be frank here, crest stones are really
Insolence!
dangerous.
You will atone for the sin of trampling on this holy resting place. Professor, destroy these villainous traitors who dare dishonor our creator.
Yeah, okay, I can do that.
I am grateful. Oh, wow, thanks.
Oh, wow!
I thank you.
Thank you.
My thank you so much.
Why, thank you so much. Something's not right here. Why do I have so few slots? Why have you decided to Oh my lord, Hanneman got huge. Jesus Christ. He's ripped. He's jacked to shit. Who doesn't need to be here? Claude doesn't need to be here. At bonus points because I gave him the sniper class, but he's not even gonna have a chance to master that class because he's gonna become his unique class. Oh, ba-doo. He has a broken bow. I need to fix that. Put that down. Pick up that can. Anyone else got any more problems? Yeah, that's good enough.
I will not allow such violence.
Still hate that the camera starts me like that.
Open every last one of them.
The Holy Tomb must not.
It's such a minor thing, but God, I do not like starting any map with. I actually never noticed you can see the crest stones on the map. That's really cool. I don't like it when maps start you at the top and work down. I like being at the bottom and working up. Not to mention the camera looks like I can't see what's below the screen, but this way I can. Like, I can see what's up there. Like, that mage with the green item in the top middle. Where do you go? Oh, it's a mystery. So glad I can see this aesthetic. Very important.
Let's get to it.
No, it's better to bum rush the middle. I don't have my stride user right now, which is annoying, but... I have a dumb idea. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot there are archers. I regularly forget that as a mechanic in this game I need to keep in mind and probably take note of. There's so many small improvements this game makes that compared to other Fire Emblem games, which is why a lot of my complaints probably fall on deaf ears. Like, the fact that I can mark certain parts of the game is so goddamn cool. Like, the fact that this is a thing that I can do is just like have this red tile is so fucking radical. Like that just anytime. Wholesale being an option is the coolest.
Stay focused.
That has existed, okay. Sorry, Dad, that I'm not perfect, but I'm saying it's cool. And you can't take that away from me.
I got this.
Yeah, I didn't use it in Awakening, though. What I'm doing is saying it's cool, and you can't change that. I'm doing full rainbow mode right now, and I'm being the riskiest of biscuits. Bitch.
Who, me?
Hey, we're about to get to Darting Blow. Yeah, let's go. Oh, that's 15. Oh, that's 4. Okay, these dudes do no damage. That's good to see. I don't know if shove works on enemies. Let's find out.
I stand ready.
No, they do not work on enemies because he has reposition. Yeah, no, they don't work on enemies. At least the 2 that I've attempted to use do not work on enemies. Fuck you.
I think not.
Someone's hammering something in the other room. I hope y'all can hear that so you get to live in my world.
Stones, all of them.
That is enough. Do you even know what those stones are?
They're rocks. Do you even know what those stones are? They're stones, actually. Fun fact. Oh, that's annoying. Do you guys hear that hammering? Because it's directly on the room upstairs, so it's bleeding through the ceiling floor. It's very fun. I'd recommend it. I just don't think you're trying to listen hard enough. I think you need to strive for. You need to strive for better hearing. How bad of an attack is this going to be? Well, I can't see now, can I? I'll just leave Ignatz here and let him start cleaning up the bitches. And then he crits, because of course he crits. Why wouldn't he crit? I forgot to set adjutants. Oops. I hope Annette and that dude have a sport conversation, even though I don't think they do. Wait a minute. Why did... I did not want to use drawback. I wanted to use warp, but I guess that kind of works. Oh yeah, I have weirdly bad hearing too, and I don't know what the fuck is up with it. I have no idea why my hearing is fucked. I don't think I objectively have bad hearing in a traditional sense, but I have a really, really hard time picking out noise in a crowd. It's especially more, like, increased in bullshit quantity with the most recent pandemic we have going on. But I can't tell out when voices are muffled, or, as I've noticed, the most aggressively through accents. I cannot fucking understand a goddamn word that a person says if they have any kind of an accent. It literally just goes in one ear and out the other. I cannot hear you or understand. Like, I can hear you, but pulling meaning out of the words that you're saying just does not happen. So I don't know, and then sometimes, like, because I don't know if that's objectively bad hearing or just bad, like, comprehension. Because, like, I can hear what they're saying, but it's just noise. And I mean, maybe that's the fact they have a bad accent. Like, okay, yeah, that'd be all fine and good, but I literally can't hear them very well when they have an accent, or... I'm trying to think of other examples, but... another example I could think of is just people in another room. Or something like that. One of those kind of situations, like, oh, someone's, like, on the other side of the room, or even something simple like water is running, or, for example, I'm playing a game, and I can't hear people talk. Like, I've had some times where I'm sitting there playing a game or listening to music, not even explicitly loud, and I don't hear the door opening behind me and someone starting to talk to me. And I don't listen to, like, egregiously loud music. My brother does that, but I don't. It's very annoying. Do you guys think they're getting the crest stones? Hey guys, they might be getting the crest stones. He crit again. There he goes again, doing that same shit as he always does. Yeah, Rhea is supposedly just a fuck machine and is currently doing nothing. Good question. Thanks for noticing it.
We will lend a hand.
I mean, it's almost as if Rhea is one of the biggest, strongest enemies in an entire other route. Even if she doesn't have the proper gear on right now, she's still totally valid in combat, but she's just being like, guys, fight. She's also currently pissed right now, so there's not really a valid excuse she could give as to why she's not playing the game.
Gotcha covered.
Another step.
I'm glad you can still get the loot for breaking their armor, even if it's a lethal blow. Be very annoying if that wasn't the case.
I got this.
It's actually very annoying that I have so many flyers, because it lets me not have access to the merchant military through a lot of this. Merchant military is really dumb, because it just hits all 4 tiles. It's just fantastic. And I know 100% I'm not using gambits right, but I swear to Lord, I don't give a shit. I hate how big monsters act in this game, so I say fuck it. I hate fighting them, and so I'm going to use the best option against them. I find them so goddamn tedious to fight. Hey guys, they're swiping the crest stones. Can you tell? These are important questions. I hate that the crest stones clog up your inventory. This is another one of the little things. Like, do we really need to see they stole a crest stone, they swiped the crest stone, they swiped the crest stone, they swiped the crest stone, and then follow it up by, you got a crest stone? Sorry, your inventory is full. Hey, you got a crest stone? Sorry, your inventory is full. Hey, you got a crest stone? Sorry, your inventory is full.
I'm still...
That's annoying. Time to take damage. I mean, they turn people into big monster men. That's like the whole point. The only reason they want crest stones is because they turn people into the fucking juggernaut. Alright, you guys are ready for this game to have a massive difficulty spike, because once you get to that time skip, good, I did not want to use a hand axe. Good lord, this game explodes in difficulty. Thank you. Now please actually use the weapon I wanted and not have my goddamn Switch controller register 2 A presses. It's annoying! And dead. It's actually very annoying. Like, I don't always want these to be lethal because I'd like to have you know, 2 rounds of combat to gain more class mastery XP, but nope, there it goes! Howie, you did not say you were gonna hit me. Luckily they're stupid, so it's fine. Hunting by daybreak? What's that? Is that the Blue Boys opening mission? Because I did know the opening mission with Dimitri hunting all those bandits was actually really, really difficult on my Byleth solo run. Just because it's so out of position, and trying to get your teammates out of that situation alive is very fucking tedious. I'm actually astounded I got that in 1. Nice job, me. Yeah, that mission was an absolute bitch, because you do not have control when your teammates show up. They just show up where they are whenever the fuck the opportunity arrives. You're just like, alright, fucking deal with it. Your problem now, asshole. How bad of an idea is this? Ooh, just fine. See, this is what I'm talking about. Normally, a heavy armor person would be totally fine. There's no way you do not hear that knocking. There is no way you don't. It's getting louder, like, consistently. Yeah, no. People are bickering in the other room because they're trying to hammer in the Ethernet cable, as I'm now picking up through the wall. Because they're trying to peg down the Ethernet cable because it runs upstairs. You really don't want a loose cable running up a line of stairs when you walk there. So they're pegging it down so people don't trip. But they're doing that right now. So sorry about that. Here, I'll do this. This is turning on the most ramshackle push to talk in existence because my headset has a turn off the audio button, but it's on the side of my head. What happened to the old Ethernet cable? It got destroyed when we were packing because we're still planning on moving. The old Ethernet cable accidentally got destroyed, and so we had to get a new one, and now they have to tack it back down to the new one we just got, which is actually why I wasn't streaming for nearly a full month, but more like 2.5 weeks. It got broken, and you saw, Ninja, when we were doing Among Us those few times, how my internet kept fluctuating. That's what happens when I use Wi-Fi. My Wi-Fi is very, very bad, and so we have a lot of problems where, like, even when I wasn't doing something as intensive as being in, like, a Discord call and playing an online game, it would just regularly turn off for 2 or 3 minutes at a time when I'm just sitting there reading something. Is the most goddamn annoying thing in existence. Is I'm just browsing a website, you're looking at memes, and the internet turns off, and I'm just like, well, time to stop what I'm doing and wait for a few minutes. That was really goddamn annoying. But then also bonus points for the fact that we tried to get a new Ethernet cable. We did, and then it wasn't long enough, so we had to return it. Get a new one. Oops, sorry, they're all out of stock. You gotta wait for a few days. Get a new one. The only one they had was a return one that also was like, Welcome to going shopping in the middle of hell. I'd recommend it.
Can't get comfortable.
They're not moving yet. Normally, the Flame Emperor and their fucking gaggle of dickheads normally start coming in and trying to punch your taint in by now, but they're just kind of chilling. They're totally cool with the situation we're at right now. The souvenir was an Ethernet cable that was just a little bit too short, and we had to return. And the new Ethernet cable, the only reason we were able to get is because someone had just so happened to return one. It was the last one they had in stock. But we're lucky because we got like a markdown because it was a return.
I guess.
I don't know why they returned it. They didn't say, but they did. Ooh, this might actually could be kind of bad.
I'll manage.
They're not even attacking her. They're fine. Who hasn't gone? Oh yeah, that's right. I have an entire left side of the map, don't I? Huh. Well, that's different. 24, 25, 24, 24. Okay. Actually, that's another one I wanted to do. I wanted to do the next Mega Man Battle Network game. That's one I'm really craving, just because I saw more shit about Mega Man Battle Network, and it got me, you know, back in the mood. So I've been wanting to do another one of those streams. Because we're finally getting some of the Mega Man Battle Network games that I know. 4 is the first one I've played, and I think 3 is the one where it starts actively integrating a lot of mechanics that I knew more so. So that's very exciting. Because Mega Man Battle Network 1 was very clearly they're still trying to figure out how to make the game work, and they have a bunch of small stuff that could be improved. 2 improved on them, but was for some reason a noticeably worse game because, God, it's like just design was tedious to all hell rather than engaging, and then 4 was fucking fantastic, and 5 was a bit more of a 4, but they tried to do a new thing, but it was very awkward, but, you know, it wasn't, like, bad? You guys haven't seen 4 and 5, though, so I'll have to take my word on that one. 4 is actually the very first... I don't know if I would say it's the first Mega Man game I've played, because that doesn't sound right. But it was one of the first Mega Man games I had ever played. One of them Mega Men.
No.
I got it thinking just like, ooh, it's a Mega Man game, let's go! And then I just bought it not knowing that it was not at all like the other Mega Man games. And never regretted that purchase, because it's my favorite in the series. Which is weird, because a lot of people didn't like Mega Man Battle Network 4, because that entire game is just tournament arc, into tournament arc, into tournament arc, and then the game is ended. A lot of people did not like the structure of Mega Man Battle Network 4, because it's literally 4 different tournaments, or 3 different tournaments strung back to back to back, and then all of a sudden you're at the final boss. But it made the game so good for replayability, because what happened in the tournament was genuinely semi-random, so each time you played through the game, it would intentionally give you new opponents. And that was the coolest shit ever, because it's a tournament, but who you're going to be fighting actually changes from playthrough to playthrough, and that's so cool! And they intentionally make it on subsequent playthroughs, because the game has an extensive New Game Plus system. They make it so you never fight the same guy twice, so every time you replay through the game, you are fighting new bosses and going through new dungeons. God damn! I want to play Mega Man Battle Network 4 again, good lord. I'm getting that hankering.
I'm told it's fine to kill those who resist. Now then, how shall I cook you?
Why did they hire this guy? Actually, who is this guy? He is never brought up, even in the Red Boy route. Who the fuck is this guy? Are you sure we invited him? I was actually thinking it was risky if I had gone for the normal attack, but I also don't give a shit because I have a billion goddamn divine pulses.
Wait, no, I was just following orders. I just...
That dude got
You're
fucked.
amazing.
Whoa.
Ready when you are.
Who, me?
There's so many games I want to stream right now. Persona 3, Mega Man Battle Network. I still want to do the Golden Sun game, but that's more of in a negative context than a positive context.
Ready anytime.
Got requests for Custom Robo. Chrono Trigger has always been just simmering under the surface.
I stand ready.
Got a lot that needs to be done.
Stay focused.
You know what? I would say, yeah, Fire Emblem, because I actually still need to do the final route of this game, too. That's another one in the list. The only reason that it's definitely not going to be another Fire Emblem game is, just like Smash Bros., I have done this a lot. I did red and yellow back-to-back, and these take a long time. Holy shit! I was not expecting the battalion to be that big. I was literally just guessing and putting them in those positions to be out of range. Holy shit! That range! I was not expecting that, to say the least. Oh boy! Damn, son, where'd you find this? Nice counterattack shit.
I want to go home.
You get to shut the fuck up, Hilda.
You are the
Yeah, shut up. You're gonna get poked to death. Merry Christmas. Oh, I'm so close to perfection. I should, you know what?
Stay focused.
You are the one person.
Predictable.
I want to go home.
Oh man, wow, would you look at that? Just barely enough damage. Oh, how'd that happen? Good lord, her HP.
Yeah, I'm definitely tougher.
So, the end has come.
What the fuck?
Is this some sick joke? The Flame Emperor is
There's
actually
not-
Edelgard?
Wow, we're not actually getting some sick-ass cutscene for the reveal. Wow, that is way more flaccid. Wow, that's way less exciting. The Blue Boys route had... I'm so glad I had inadvertently followed Bullet's recommendation, but totally the way you should play this game is blue, red, yellow. God damn. Blue Boys is the best start to this fucking game. Christ. That's so flaccid. How can they think that's okay? Okay, I just got a knowledge gem, Jesus Christ. But how can they think that's okay? That was the coolest cutscene. Okay, I mean, it was also Dimitri's very rapid descent into madness, but come on, you couldn't give me something of a reveal. You're just gonna have it be in the middle of combat. More like throw the knowledge gem away because it's trash. That's what we like to call disappointing, baby. Oh yeah. Here we go.
You have disappointed me, Edelgard.
You're welcome.
To think that a descendant of House Hresmelg would dare betray the Holy
Hey, Edelgard,
Church.
you want me to work for you?
Professor, kill Edelgard at once. She is a danger to all of Fodlan. Such a rebellious heart cannot be allowed to keep beating.
I have achieved my objective. I will retreat. Farewell, Professor. If we meet again, will be
Why are
on
they
the
just letting her leave?
Come, Hubert.
Okay, bye.
To flee is futile, wicked girl. The Church of Seros will raise its entire army against you until you have been captured and punished. You have defiled the Holy Tomb, dishonored the goddess, and humiliated your brethren. That crime will never be erased. Even if you burn in the eternal flames and spill all of your blood into the goddess's soil. Come, Professor. Let us return and decide upon our next course of action.
I'm not exactly on friendly terms with the princess, but I do have a few questions for her. Edelgard said that the Creststones represent power. That means she knows how to use them.
Alright, bye,
She
Rhea.
almost certainly knows other secrets of Fodlan as well. Once things calm down a bit, there's a lot more that Rhea needs
Yeah,
to
no,
tell us.
there's a... why is Claude the only
I just
sensible
hope there's
one?
still time.
Dimitri at
strange
least had the
feeling
excuse because he went
history is
fucking
being
insane. And
that an age of
Edelgard had the
anarchy is
excuse because
upon
she
us.
can't exactly talk to
Let's
Rhea.
hope I'm
But
mistaken.
what war? Oh shit, Ignatz. We gotta talk to Ignatz.
The leaders of the church have
Ignatz, do we want to
agreed
talk to
fulfill
Ignatz?
their
Are you
true
like
desire
are you a spy? Are you an
to
inside
rule the
man?
world.
Do you know what's
They
coming?
have fooled the people of Fodlan. Long ago, they divided the Empire to create a kingdom, and then divided that kingdom to create an alliance. They did all of this to make the masses bicker amongst themselves. They caused instability in order to reinforce their own authority.
Nice touch. This is actually
They
the like
gathered
throne
gold
room, and
and
you
lived
fight
in
up that
extravagance.
staircase that she's
How?
standing on the top of in the
By
Blue Boy route.
preying on the devotion of those who wished for the goddess's salvation. Those corrupt hypocrites cannot lead Fodlan to true peace. Their foul belief system must be torn asunder so that true wisdom may finally prevail. And so, I have decided, by order of the Adrestian Emperor, Edelgard von Hresvelg, the Empire hereby declares war on the Church of Seros.
I cannot believe it. Let us recount the situation as it stands, Professor. After you returned from the Holy Tomb, the Adrestian Empire declared war upon the Church of Seros, as well as our allies. Edelgard demanded her own father relinquish the throne, and then assumed the position of Emperor. She has deemed the Church of Seros to be an evil of this world, and is calling upon the people of Fodlan to help her tear it down. I must discuss our response to this declaration with the Archbishop, after the Knights return from their investigation. Until then, watch over the students. See that they remain calm.
And thus we get to see what the hell happens to all the red
heard
boys
what
when
happened
oops,
to
wartime!
Princess. Well, the Emperor now. She really did it, didn't she? The lords and dukes of both the kingdom and the alliance have been called out, and now have to choose between the church and the empire. The seed of conflict was always there, and now we find ourselves in the middle of a war that will tear Fodlan in two.
The Empire is rash, but I never thought it would come to this. How could something like this happen? I hope everyone back home is safe. I'm sure it's mass confusion at home right now. My brother must be worried sick about me.
You're absolutely right, Teach. I'm sure a lot of us are worried about our homes, but all we can do for now is prepare for battle and tread carefully.
Okay. Well, that was all cool and dandy. Time to have more fun times hanging around the monastery. Aren't you guys excited to have more teaching
Part
and
one.
food lessons?
White clouds.
Shut the fuck up, Gerald. Also, I like how the moment I start talking about the fact that I'll start muting my mic to make the hammer noise stop, the hammering stops by itself. And it hasn't happened since. I guess they finished tacking down the Ethernet cable. I got a buttload of cash. Man, where's Anna? Jesus, I got money to burn.
Unforgivable. I cannot fathom that the
At least this
Celestial
game
Empire
actually
would
has
embark
the
on such a
sensibility to
violent
stop
course of
you from
action.
buying infinite permanent
fault is my
stat-ups.
own.
Skies of
I failed
Arcadia
to see the
did not
wickedness within
learn
Edelgar's
that
heart.
lesson, and then oops, I two-hit the final boss. Scion, go play Skies of Arcadia, it's a good game.
She plotted with
Weevil and
ill-meaning
Lollifan
strangers to
have
achieve her
already
own
seen it.
ambitions
Now it's
and
your turn.
defiled the holy tomb.
Time to shill
That
again.
is not wicked. What is? Or perhaps her ambitions are even grander than we know. Perhaps she is planning to make herself a false deity by demonizing the Church of Seros.
Adrestia received its very name through a divine oracle. To injure the goddess is a sin most foul that shall not be forgiven nor forgotten. We must stop the Empire, and quickly.
I have returned,
Hoarding can be
Rhea.
as big of a pitfall as you goddamn want, but I want to
Welcome
spend
back,
my
Shuri.
money. The bitch just isn't
Were
here
you
yet.
able to discern the Empire's
I will
movements?
buy all the permanent
Their main
stat-ups
troops
and
are
brave
marching towards
weapons I can
Gareth
get
Mach.
my hands on, but I just don't have
It
that
is said
option
that
yet,
they
now do
will
I?
join forces with Edelgard's army
Not to
and
mention
arrive
there's not
within
exactly a
2
whole lot
weeks.
to spend my fucking money on yet.
That is not enough time. It will require all of our efforts just to prepare our defenses before then. We must send notice to all surrounding villages at once. We must order the residents of Gareth Mach to flee for their lives.
It will be done.
Where are they gonna run?
Professor, listen closely. If our enemy invades the monastery, I will have no choice but to stand upon the battlefield. If something happens to me, I am entrusting my sacred duties to you. You must have guessed it by now. The truth of who you are. Or perhaps I should say, your lost memories are surely beginning to return. I have acted all these long years as a mere proxy for you. But the duty is yours, and yours alone. Only you can lead the people of Fodlan.
Okay.
Rhea, please. You must tell me all that you know. I beg of you. That one is the progenitor god. Am I correct?
I am now. It
In a
just took a
sense.
while.
Our dear professor is a vessel. One who carries the power of the progenitor god within.
Hey, look, we're
In
getting
time, the
actual
vessel will
explanations.
become one with the
Thank you,
power
Rhea.
contained within, and the progenitor god shall return to this world.
I see. I trust that you are aware of the questionable nature of this experiment. But I suppose there is no
Can you
turning
imagine
back.
not being asked your
I
consent
ask
to
that you
become a
help our
goddamn
friend.
god? I
And in
mean,
doing so, help her.
I mean, most people probably say yes, but I mean,
and
come on now.
hoping for the moment when our creator rules this wayward land once more.
I understand. As ever, I will take you at your word.
Lady Rhea, brother, I will do my part as well.
Flame, were you eavesdropping? Regardless, I am glad to hear it. You owe your life to the Professor, after all. And in the end, they may prove to be our brethren.
You have my gratitude, Sedith. And you as well, Flame. As followers of the progenitor god, it is up to us to see our mission through.
Can you imagine being a progenitor god and oops, you're bound to the body of a mortal and that mortal gets fucking murked. Oh, shit. Oh, alright, I guess that's it. That is literally how you kill most, like, upper tier deities, a lot of that shit. Shackle them to a mortal body and then kill it. Because a lot of, in any fantasy where you're doing some of that shit, where you're smiting down some nigh omnipotent being, you just do it. Either that or you just kill them through their immortal body. I mean, some games let you do that. Final Fantasy reeks of that shit. But, like, man, I don't know. It seems like a bit much to ask. I'm just gonna stab a bitch. The red boy's gone? No? Ferdinand, Lynn, no, we still got him. Everyone that's missing? What? Oh, Sedith's here. That's different. Okay. Alrighty then. Honestly, Fembyleth doesn't look as bad with the hair. Fembyleth definitely doesn't look as bad with the hair. It's still not good, but Fembyleth, unironically, I think Fembyleth just looks better of the two. I think Fembyleth has just a better design. I think Male Byleth gets the whole emotionally dead thing across better, but I think Fembyleth's better designed. Oh boy. Okay, Scion, wow. I mean, that was from the first time I saw him, and I never actually gave a shit about Three Houses. And I think the first time I ever really saw it was Smash Bros, and I was just like, man, Byleth looks like shit. And I still kind of have that opinion. Byleth's just baseline design is not that good. Fembyleth looks way better, but it's still not fantastic. And Fembyleth looks fine. Male Byleth just looks off. He has a weird design. Unfortunately, I'm not an artiste, so I can tell you why I feel that or what I mean by that. I don't fucking know, but I just know he looks weird. I'll be able to tell you. Again, we actually do get a quest today. Oh boy, ain't that fun. Hey man, there's some bandits out there. You should probably go stop them. Oh shit, I'm walking the wrong way. Yeah, that is one thing that it's like, if it was just the joke of Sylvain will join your class if you're female, and that was it, that would be really funny. But it's the fact that Fembyleth gets Wyvern or Pegasus Rider, and that's just definitively better than most of the male options.
Something to ask of you.
The glory.
Because, I mean, I doubt you're making Byleth like a War Master too often. You could. You totally could. He gets fist experience, but it's just off.
Hi. I cannot believe our negligent Edelgard probably gathered her soldiers. They couldn't be...
I wish you didn't get Seth so late in the game, or else I'd use him.
Well done. You have my thanks.
Had a hard time moving my character. Yeah. Then you get a bunch of really solid flyers.
Excuse me. How are you, Professor? With the Imperial Army drawing, thankfully, you have the divine protection of the goddess. May the goddess...
Man, Ray is pissed in every other timeline.
To think Edelgard was somehow Well, perhaps it's pointless to get... We're depending on your strength, Professor. Captain,
The Holy Two. This is the first time I've heard, but more important, I must hand of...
Yeah. Recruit him? Oh shit, you're right, Eloise! I forgot you can recruit Eloise when your dad dies.
Well, we're depending... Oh, I will do whatever, no matter how...
I forgot, thank you! Oh my lord, that was my last chance. Oh, Jesus. Thank you for being more on the... She just walked out of that wall.
The map does it? Mostly.
Oh boy, I get to be immune to flying weakness damage. I'm saying that like I'm so unexcited, but that's actually, like, radical. That's actually really good. You know what I'm gonna do? Actually, no, that was actually something I wasn't gonna do. I wasn't thinking of it, but we need to talk to someone important.
I'll have that girl's head. Just you wait.
Concerning. I'm gonna talk to all the red boys. I'm curious to see. I wasn't originally planning on talking to Dimitri. I just genuinely wasn't expecting him to be anywhere.
I don't normally have a problem jumping into a fight, but it feels strange going up against my father. We aren't especially close, but he's not an opponent I'd want to face. I'd almost rather fight a monster. I hope he's not part of the group coming to attack Garreg Mach.
You know, let's talk to Felix. Does Felix say anything different now that I'm not in his route, but Dimitri's still apeshit?
That girl is starting an all-out war, isn't she? But an enemy is an enemy, no matter
No.
who...
No, okay. He didn't give a shit.
Edelgard became emperor and raised an army, huh? Who knew the kid had it in her? I mean, yeah, of course, I knew she'd be emperor eventually, but the more I think about it, the more surprised I am. I wonder who's gonna win. Thinking about it makes me scared. We're up against the entire Imperial army. Still, I know someone as smart as you will figure something out.
They don't really go into detail of why they picked our side instead of Edelgard's. Seems like something they'd really be happy to abscond with information-wise, because, you know, they're, potential, like, loose ends or potential holes into our forces? Why are people not talking about this? Oh, hey.
His Highness calls for the head of Edelgard. For me, that is cause enough to
See, he talks about it.
The hatred of His Highness is also my hatred. Any other feelings I may have are irrelevant.
Oh, okay. Well, alright. Good to see some classic bloodlust. Let's talk to Claude. Normally I don't give too much of a damn at talking to all the rando students, but this seems like a pretty goddamn good time to do it.
The Empire is moving quickly. Edelgard must have been preparing for this for a while now. If you really think about it, she must have been planning for this even before you got the Sword of the Creator. Of course she was always a step ahead of us. We were blinded by the ball and the Battle of the Eagle and Lion and everything else. I refuse to go down like this, though. So let's do something about it. What do you say? It's you and me, Teach. We've got this.
Sorry, I'm actually about to fall down a hole for 5 years. I'll see you later, man. Yeah, I don't give a shit about you, Gilbert. Seems rude, because Gilbert's a neat character, and I like him, but fuck Gilbert, I'm not here to talk to him right now. Just fucking teach me how to stab a person better. I should actually be focusing on the food, shouldn't I? No? Oops.
Half of the Empire's 6 great noble families have declared their support for Edelgard. Of the other 3, Lord Vestra was assassinated. Hubert
Damn, son!
was succeeded. Bernadetta's father, Count Varley, is under house arrest. His wife is now supporting Edelgard. And my father, he was stripped of his role as Prime Minister. As a result, House Eyre has lost all of its power, all of its
What was the
lands.
great quote, Weevil?
We have lost everything. I...
Holy shit!
What do I do?
What the fuck? Oh my lord! Well, god damn. What's up, you magnificent bastards? Welcome to Jesus Christ. Alrighty then. Well, I guess this is how you've decided to spend your free time. So, what spurred this on? Oh, that's gonna be very annoying. How dare I actually have people trying to be nice? Well, what's going on here? How are you all doing? Welcome to Garbage. I'm trying to get into the atmosphere, and there it's gone. It's been evaporated like dust in the wind. Unfortunately, this isn't actually my first playthrough, this is the third, but what can you do? Oh, excuse me, I need to feed people. Oh, oh shit. That's actually radical. Neat. Alvio, excuse me, I get to deal with the magical event of attempting to get as many support conversations as I possibly can. Oh yeah, I know who it is. I'm just saying that's radical. It's bodacious. You know what? Let's have some thematic appropriateness. Let's feed him and Lorenz together. They definitely haven't had a massive pissing match every single time I've ever heard them speak to each other.
With you,
This seems
Lawrence, I
perfect.
always feel like I have to mind my manners. It's awful.
Good. You should mind your...
Now, who the hell else do I need to actually talk to people? Raphael and... I don't know, Marianne. That seems fine. I don't know. Do they need to eat food? Are they No, not really. And unfortunately, I'm having a very extensive food shortage because I am trying to get in every single... Because this is the third playthrough of the 3 and was the last one aside from the church route. So I'm trying to get as many support conversations as I possibly can in one playthrough. But the problem is, I have a massive food shortage. And I keep running out. Because for some reason, Fodland doesn't have a grocery store, and you have no method of buying food in this game. Ah, thank you. Very much so appreciated. The Deer's going through a hard time right now. It's a moment of financial instability. And considering the fact that the war was literally just called, and I'm about to fall down a hole for 5 years, we're going to have a little bit more than a financial problem here in the very up-and-coming time. Who the hell can Ignatz talk to? Also Marianne. Also... Okay, who needs feeding, now that I think about it? Oh, yeah, there it is. And... Oh. Apparently I'm actually good enough at this game to feed in advance. You know what? Because we have 1 billion people, what support conversation should I go for? I've been asking occasionally the, 6 people who are normally here. What support conversation should I see? I don't know them, most of them. As long as they're not inter-house relationships. Like, I did Seteth Flame, I've done that one before. And I've done all the ones that are obvious, like, oh, all the red boys talking to each other, or blue boys, or something like that. But inter-house ones, and a lot of the staff I haven't seen. Like, you can see I'm slowly fleshing out a lot of them. But alright, Leonie. Does Leonie even need food? Oh, she hates everything. Ferdinand and Lorenz I've already done. Seteth and Hilda. Ooh, that actually sounds fantastic. I like that option. But people said Leonie first, and it's first come, first served, because goddamn I love democracy. We're gonna do Seteth.
That looks...
It's nice to...
Now we have enough food for, 2 more feedings. So who's next? Oh, people are going to be very dissatisfied. I'm already going to scare off the vast majority of people with how I feel about some of these characters. Everyone who's super excited for me to get hyped for Leonie's will be a little upset. Oh, that's not a good thing. That bodes not well at all. Alright, we'll do Cyril and Petra. Oh, Petra hates food! I forgot! Welcome to the man who has bad taste. I like Cyril. Ah, shit. Now, all of a sudden, all the new people have immediately vacated the premises. Hey, you guys want to hear more bad tastes so I can all set your expectations? Guess who the worst character in the game is? Ah, great. I'm glad to see the few regulars I have are all saying, oh yeah, no, my opinions are shit. Dude, Cyril has had a goddamn spotless track record of obliterating people from orbit with his words. Like, good lord, this man can't be stopped. But I guess this is the worst character in the game. You're looking at her. Alright, I'll see you all later. Unironically, my viewer count only just now updated. It went from 222 to 55. Very fitting comedic timing right there. But I do actually need to, like, pay attention to see who the hell I'm going to feed. Well, there it goes. I appreciate the brief support I am getting for now, though. Okay, who do I actually want to see? Who is interesting? Marianne, or Hanneman and Lysithea was interesting from what I've seen thus far. And I want to see more of that one, and I want to finish it. Where the hell is he? There we go. Mission accomplished.
Professor, I apologize for the
You don't want to... Like, I've already talked about it multiple times throughout this VOD, but good lord. You do not want to get me started talking about how I think about Bernadetta. Oh yeah, no, I actually just in this stream saw Cyril just destroying Hilda from the foundation up. I just don't like how much of an... is, for lack of better terms, and to be as uneloquent as possible. Bernadetta's an anime character. She's a trope. She's the... I have a tragic backstory, but it's written just so badly. But we're not here for that. I've had a billion other VODs. How am I going to spend the last little bit of free time? We're going to waste our time. Why am I making fun of Bernie? Well, I mean, obvious. Sayo, you don't get to say that! Sayo, you know my opinions! You were here before! You know, some of the characters, I feel like they could be good, they just don't have quality writing attached to them. Like, some of the characters I really like, but I could totally see people not liking. Like, I mean, I don't really immerse myself in the general opinions of the fan base, because, spoilers, obviously. But, okay, who are some of my favorite characters? If they're from the blue route, probably in the top whatever quantity. Okay, there's a difference between having a character you personally don't like and a character that's badly written. I think Bernadetta is badly written. Good Lord, Weevil. But, like, I don't like Leonie as, like, I just don't like her. But I think she's well written. I think Bernadetta's badly written. But characters I do like and I think are well written, Felix, Sylvain, Ash, Mercedes. I think Annette's probably the worst of the blue boys. I love Sedith, Flane. I haven't really talked to Shamir. A lot of the teachers I haven't talked to enough. Cyril was fantastic. I honestly only picked up Cyril and I'm actively using him right now. The only reason I'm using him is because I saw like 3 different YouTube videos with the like thumbnail or title of "Why does everyone hate this guy?" or "Cyril, the least popular character." I mean, fucking Cyril's been fantastic, like son of a bitch. I literally only just now got Alois, so you can see I haven't exactly had a lot of chances to utilize him. He is probably the character I have talked to the least, but we'll work on that. That's why I ask. Other ones are, I like all the house leaders I like. Lysithea's well written. Marianne I like. I still don't know her shit yet, but I like for what I've seen thus far. Raphael is way more wholesome than I was expecting. Hilda's a bitch, and I don't personally like her, but she's well written. Ferdinand is the fucking best, I swear to God. I'm Ferdinand von Eyre. I do remember one of the few Bernadetta support conversations I liked was Bernadetta Hubert, just because they like, that is the one route I could totally see them leaning way further into, and I thought that would be humorous. Here we go, making a bad decision just so Dorothea and Sylvain can make friends. Who am I S-supporting? I don't know yet. I was thinking Seteth when I first went into this, because I've actually never played Fem Byleth before. In my other 2 playthroughs, it was Male Byleth both times. But I thought, you know, let's do something different. Let's try Fem Byleth, and Seteth was primo up right now, but I really like Claude thus far. It's Ferdinand has always been fucking fantastic, as well as Sylvain and Felix. And Ash. Oh, there's a lot of options. I gotta say, I gotta find my waifu. Male edition, and I refuse to call it the anatomically correct version because I'm a contrarian and I'm a bad person. Ash is way more of a good boy than I was ever expecting. I just wish Ash wasn't, at least in my own playthrough, nigh fucking useless. Like, I have played through with Ash twice. Once on stream, once on my own times. And both times, he was nearly my worst unit every single time. He's so worthless. But, I love him to death, and that's all that matters. Honestly, there's too many options. There are way too many valid options that would be a genuine valid S rank. It's like, even for Male Byleth, there's a lot of good options. I didn't know it at the time, but Marianne would be good. I actually don't even know Lysithia's route very much, but I think that would at least be interesting. But I can't say that because, good lord, Lindhart Lysithia was the best answer. Fight me! And then we had the other one that I feel strongly about with Sylvain Mercedes. Was the only thing that is acceptable for Sylvain to ever go through. And that's unironic. Like, Mercedes used to be one of my least favorite characters because I did Blue Boys first. But Mercedes' character shot up the fucking tier list the moment I saw Mercedes Sylvain rank A. And I'm just like, that's the one, baby! We've done it! Mission accomplished, boys. That's the victory. I've been trying actually doing Hanneman Lysithia in this playthrough, because I'm like, wait a minute. Isn't the whole... Like, that's the reason I liked Lindhart Lysithia, because it's the one route that I saw that confirmed makes Lysithia live. It fixes her problem, and I'm like, Hanneman's also a researcher. Let's get fucking weird with it. But I haven't finished it yet, because time skip. I actually didn't know about Y13 being recruitable in my first playthrough, unfortunately, so I didn't get Mercedes, and I was very pissed that my audience didn't feel the need to inform me of that factoid when I was going through the damn game. They did think to tell me to get Felix, which was really cool, but they didn't tell me to get Mercedes, despite the fact that why did they not think that? Good lord.
I'd like to confirm something with you.
It's going right in the shitter because I don't care about what you have to say, Seta. Oh yeah, sure, go for it. Felix was a 10 out of 10. Felix is another one of my all-time favorite characters. He's also, like, an absolute god on the battlefield because, oops, he's broken his piss, but, oh, what can you do?
You called, so I came. Thank you. Yes.
Are you guys ready to see the worst minigame? Oh. Not only because I'm shit at it, Monastery! Fuck!
Oh.
Sweet son of a bitch. This is not what, when I said, hey, you guys want to see the worst minigame? This is not what I meant. This is not the route I thought I was going down. I was gonna say, because the fourth stage, the one where they say something and you have to do some non sequitur response of like nod or cough or some garbage, like that just doesn't make logistical sense. Apparently I can't even get that far! Thank you, video game. Apparently I don't know how to talk to this bitch, considering all of the options I got were in no way related to anything I know about her. She likes combat,
is everything.
like a lot. She's a mercenary, she likes allies, she's just a combat person. She likes security and all that, she was like a mercenary and all that shit. She had like a friend, lover person who died in the past. We got something to talk about. I don't think she likes sweets and gossip. Son of a bitch. Alright, time to watch a buttload of support conversations. Merry Christmas. I get to shut up now, except for when I don't.
Oh, it's Raphael. What's he doing at that desk?
Raphael was another one of those characters. When I first went into it, I'm like, Raphael, but... Oh man, I did not think I'd like Raphael as much as I do. He's very simple.
Nice to see her.
He's a goddamn wholesome man. And there he goes.
What the?
Oh, Leone!
What's wrong? Why are you crying?
I just got a thank you letter from my little sister.
Okay, maybe start from the beginning.
My little sister lives with my grandpa now. She's had to deal with so much since
I haven't actually done maddening yet, but when I eventually come back to this game, because, hint, I'm more of a variety streamer, so I'm sorry to say for all the new people who just followed, I didn't want to take the wind out of that sail, but I typically leave it to a poll of what game I play next. But when I eventually come to the church route, I was going to do maddening. I was going to do non-New Game Plus maddening with the DLC, which I also haven't done yet, just because I don't know what any of it is.
Just to pay my way here so I could become a knight.
It was a church maddening DLC, and actually on proper New Game, not New Game Plus, because I hate myself.
She's the smart one in the family. She's the one that should be here.
I mean, it's not wrong, Lolfan. Almost every time, like, two people say, hey, what should I stream next? And then, like, one guy asks. I'm like, alright, there it is! Mission accomplished!
So, what did the letter say?
It says she's happy and thankful for all the study materials I sent her.
That's good, right? Wait, where did you find extras?
I couldn't find any, so I just sent her mine. It's like you said, right?
Raphael,
it's
you
better
Claude.
to give them to someone who will use
Claude
them
head,
instead
not
of letting
Claude
them
the
go to
Claude
waste.
man.
Don't take this the wrong way, but don't you still kind of need those? Well, I guess if it makes her happy, it's worth it. Maybe I can scrounge something up for her too.
Yeah, all my emotes are the various colors of Yoshi from the 1,000-Year Door. The only one I'm missing is the pink one, that's just because I just don't have space for it yet. Here, you can see my favorite one, which is the best one that no one's allowed to use.
Hey, Cyril! Cyril? What is he staring at? I see.
How the hell did you get 2 of those, Weevil? You don't donate
What are you
bits.
looking at there? Anything interesting? Let me have a look. 3 apples, 2 bags of ointment, 1
It's so weird to see a game where people actually give a damn about the voice actors, because normally that's my thing. I'm normally the dude who gives a lot of a hoot about voice actors. Because when I was in high school, I wanted to be a voice actor. And so I know a lot about it and I follow a lot of them, but unfortunately I live in the middle of bumfuck nowhere and that requires a lot of
You actually helped to watch us now.
networking, so I never actually followed through with that. But
it if you wouldn't
it's nice
tell
to see
anybody,
people
'cause I've been
actually
trying to keep it
acknowledge
secret,
the
but
fact that there are
I don't
people
know how to
behind the
read,
voices.
So I wasn't sure what to do with the list.
Is that so?
Also, I've seen a lot of shit posts with Claude's voice actor, at least one.
I'd hate it if
And then I also
people
saw
figured I
one with
wasn't up to
Seta.
a job just 'cause I couldn't read.
God damn it.
Always welcome
I
to
guess
call me
that'll do it.
I'd be happy to.
Thanks. I will.
I really mean that. Anything you need.
Okay.
Good. Now, you better go get those supplies before it gets dark.
Nope.
Do you remember everything on the list? Need me to read it one more time for you?
That would be pretty helpful, actually.
All right, listen up. I'm not gonna do this a 3rd time.
Lysithia's not a good liar, is she? She knew I was in trouble right away. Hang on. Did she just want to act like a big sister again?
The one that
She
I
looked real
specifically
happy
knew
when
of
she was helping
was
me.
one of the
And I think
people
I'd
who
like to see
did
that smile
Smash
again sometime.
content. He voice acted in it because he does the X character's move does too much damage, and he did one for Byleth, and he got Ferdinand Claude Man to just shitpost over the entire thing. It was pretty magical. I love the modern era. That is the precedent we have set up for our voice actors. Are we done? Have I succeeded in achieving all of my little side objectives? Yeah. We got any battles? Nope. None important, at least. Time to get more food! Please, Greenhouse. I'm begging you. My students are starving. Oh, that's only 3. Oh, thank you. Very much so appreciated. Thank God for the magical capability of not having a fucking Walmart anywhere. Also, I haven't really done a whole lot of fishing, but that's typically because I like to do fishing off-stream because I'm unfortunately not sadistic enough to make you sit through that. But a lot of the time I end each of the streams right before combat where I can't even go fishing. I mean, I'm gonna be... Actually, now that I think about it, typically I stream for 4 hours. We're at 3 hours and 40 minutes. So you guys managed to come in right at the ass end. I mean, I still appreciate it, but it is something to take note of. I was gonna keep the whole war thing for a fun surprise, but now I feel bad. Aww. Okay, we need Ignatz to be friends with people, but also I need him to stuff his face with people that share mutual interests. Leone Ignatz, sure. Why is this how you guys like to spend your time? I make bad content. I'm not gonna tell you how to live your life, but I mean, but I mean, come on now. Okay, have you heard what I've been saying this whole time? That's trash. That's bottom tier. Oh my lord, we have 2 things of peach sorbet. Great. Just ask Scion. Scion is our resident expert before the fucking Horde showed up. And he's been telling me how to be actually competent at my video game. Aside from the fact that I consistently ignore his advice and do whatever the hell I damn well please, I have also went to the wrong screen. Claude... Who did Claude have a fun conversation with? We're gonna probably continue to force Lorenz. Because I really want to finish that support conversation. The 2 of them continue to attempt to tear each other's heads off verbally, and I am very much so into that.
Whenever I eat with you, Lawrence, I always feel
good. You should mind your manners even when...
Unfortunately, I've already finished the Lorenz and Ferdinand route, or else I'd be doing that, but again. I cannot self-lobotomize to make myself be able to re-experience it. Who do we want to do now? You know, let's do Hilda. Can we do it again? You know what? We're going in for round 2. Where is it? You sons of bitches, get over here. We're coming back around. I don't even need to beat her. Son of a bitch. I wanted to do Cyril Hilda again. At least we have Lysithia Hanneman. That's at least a consolation prize. Grappler Claude is not what I wanted to see today.
Professor, I apologize for...
Hold on. I'm a...
Thanks, Raptor. So why is that your little battle cry? Is it just because there's that nice rhyming scheme? Is that the route we decided to take, or is there some deeper meaning to this? If you'll excuse me, I need to manage my inventory. If I don't do it, my friends and family will die on the battlefield. Oh, that's right, we have Caduceus. Oh, god damn it, Scion. Everyone, please feel free to restrict Scion's internet access because, goddamn, he has not shown himself to be responsible enough for that yet. Screwed. We'll give it to Lorenz. He's a big boy. Pretty sure the war cry of the golden deer is actually just the sound of a man falling down a hole for 5 years. That's what's about to happen. I don't think we're going to be getting too much more content. Unfortunately, I'm trying to pad this out because I'm, like, done. But I'm trying to think of what can I do to pass the time. Because I have an audience here, I must keep them entertained. But I think I'm out of food, yeah, so we need to do training now. Oh boy, everyone's favorite. The one thing I did specifically remember was, in all of my routes, the only lord that has decided to go above and beyond was Dimitri, because he did way too much damage to the kind that I'm fairly certain he's illegal in at least 30 countries. Because he definitely breaks the Geneva Convention in some capacity. I don't know how, but I swear to God that can't be legal. But other than that, none of the other lords, at least at the point that I'm at, because clearly I'm not done yet, but Dimitri was fucking disgusting.
Excuse me, how are you?
Even in the, like, few other Fire Emblem games that I've played, like Awakening and, whichever one had Lyn, Hector, and Ellawood. The only one who came close was Hector, but that's only because I was in bitch mode and he managed to excel in bitch mode.
We must defy the Archbishop.
Oh, why must all these teachers give me such worthless stats on this run?
Professor.
I'm kind of regretting my decision to make half of my entire cast just an abhorrent amount of flyers. I have decided today is the day we ride. So yeah, let's actually, you know what? Because I don't think people have gotten a chance to see it. Here is the bad decision I've decided to make. Byleth, fairly obvious. You kind of know what she's going to be. It's a Falcon Lord. It's not a Wyvern Lord. I fooled you. Claude, he's just going to be whatever his unique class is. I don't know what the fuck it is, but he's going to be it because, I mean, why wouldn't I? It's going to be fun to see whatever he becomes. Lorenz, I didn't know what to do with, so I decided to be like, I've never used a Dark Mage on stream before, let's have some fun. So, Lorenz, little missing out, and then I'm going to make him a Dark Knight. No, I think he's just going to stay a Dark Mage. Wait, no. Someone's going to be a Dark... No, he was going to be a Dark Knight because he actually has decent strength growth, which... He had decent strength at the beginning, but that's kind of faded into obscurity, so maybe not now. I'm not actually sure about that one anymore. I don't know what I'm going to do with Lorenz. Raphael, obvious. I made him beat people to death with his bare hands because Fierce Iron Fist is disgusting, and his strength is out of hand. Then we have the Ignatz is a Bow Knight because it pisses Scion off, and that fills me up with a deep glee inside of my soul. Otherwise, he'd just be a sniper. Lysithea is Lysithea and will kill everyone. I don't think I need to explain what she's going to become. Marianne is the dancer because that's super cursed and it also pissed off my audience. I live for the little things in life. Hilda is a great knight, but that's mainly because I haven't used one of those before, with the exception of Dedue, and Dedue fucked off from the plot for 40 years, so we didn't actually get to see that. And then Leonie is another flyer. And then, of course, we have another flyer in Cyril, and then we have Hanneman because he learns Meteor, and I've never actually had a character who can learn Meteor before, so I wanted to try it out. So he's just a mage, too. But other than the fact that I have 4 flyers for some reason, I don't think anything's truly egregious. I did do the Dedue paralogue, but it took him so long. I've done every paralogue. You know how long it's taken me to get here? Do you know how many paralogues I did up to this point? I have too much content. This playthrough's taken 30 years. But yeah, no, the dude took so long to get back into the fun time, party time. By the time I made him a great knight, it was like 2 chapters before the end of the game or something. So, Sion, I don't need you giving me all this guff. And just because I'm like a Category 9 hurricane of failure, does not mean you could be so mean to me. It hurts my feelings. I'm just gonna go... Oh boy. I don't have any other way to spend my time, so now we get to do a Lance tournament for 30 minutes. Oh boy, aren't y'all excited? Ooh. I'll keep that in mind. Sion, you're not wrong, but also... I don't have any way of continuing that segment. I picked some of my classes to piss Sion off. I'm a bit of a mean man. Hilda has a buttload of defense. I don't care if you can't use a lance. Get in there and take no damage. Even though it's probably a bad idea, I've tried to stick myself to using all of the students. Even if I tried to not use the same unit multiple times, with the exception of Felix and Lysithea, because even in my first playthrough, I somehow managed to crack the code of how broken they are. But I'd like to use different units each time to see personally how good they are, as well as getting a taste of a lot more of their support conversations. So that's why some of my unit choices may be weird, because I kind of have to just deal with what the game gives me, and that's why Marianne's our dancer. Because I didn't know what to make her, because she didn't fit into any of the little holes my team had. Thank you. Oh god, that it really went with that quote in particular. We have learned of the magical quote bot of random things I've said out of context that sound weird. Fantastic. Now we get to do this one more time and then call it a day for today. Because unfortunately, you guys came literally in the last, like, 30 minutes of the stream, and I've tried to pad it out a bit for you guys. I have had one time where I made a really bad decision. 2 times, technically. But in one of my playthroughs where I was trying to make everyone a weird class that still technically fits what they were doing, I had Flame the Paladin. I regretted that decision every second of the day. And then I have another playthrough, which I'm doing right now, which is the Everyone's a Mage. Unfortunately, Caspar's not a very good mage. Because I'm in the red route on that one. Petra and Caspar are struggling a bit. But that is more of a me problem. Flame did no damage. Her strength, growth, and base, and all that garbage, she did no damage. Like, even, like, the only one I've ever seen comparable no damage was Ash. And Ash at least had the excuse of he's an archer and he gets Deadeye. At least he does something. He can pick off mages from 30 light years away. Unfortunately, Flame decided to be, well, what's the word? Useless? And so, oops. And that's why I do the dumb ideas off-stream unless I decide to segment you, subject you all to my inner turmoil. I know in my first playthrough I made it Fist Byleth because I'm like, this is a new weapon class and I had to see Fist. So seeing Fist Byleth was super weird in my first playthrough because it totally... Stop talking about War Monk Hanneman, get out of here. But in each of my playthroughs, Byleth has been something else. First playthrough was Enlightened 1, but just used fists through it all. Second playthrough was, I think, Sword Master. Kind of regretted that decision. And then the third one is Wyvern Lord Byleth. Or Falcon Lord, I think. Yeah, no, she's gonna be a Falcon Lord. This time. Otherwise, I'd make her a Wyvern Lord, but I've never really used a Falcon Lord either. So, there it is. Welcome to the magical world of I'm attempting to experiment when I really logistically shouldn't be. But either way, I gotta die now. I gotta go off and vacate the stream hole, so... Thank you guys for showing up for like a femtosecond. I appreciate it. I don't know what a trickster is! Why do you bring these things to me? Why are you... I don't know why I don't have context for that. But anyway, thank you all for dropping by. That was definitely not how I expected to end off today's stream. I hope you all have enjoyed like the 0.2 seconds you were here. And I hope you have a good rest of your day. And